showed my grandparents me on the broadcast, and they were kind of confused at first.
Hello and welcome to J.C. Park, home of the Reidsville Luckies, for today's non-league matchup between the Luckies and the Carolina Yankees. Let's bring your attention to the pitcher's mound for today's ceremonial first pitch from Reidsville Luckies superfan, Eric Smith. And the knuckleball gets to the zone.
Sometimes you throw a strike so good it counts as 3, right then and there. If they give up, they put down their bat, and they leave the field.
Eric Smith throwing out the first pitch as we are streaming live.
Super fan, huh? Have you met him?
At the Reidsville Luckies and the Carolina Yankees today. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast. We'll have more for you here in just a bit. Your introductions.
How did it feel throwing out that first pitch, Eric?
That was great. It's a long way to the mound.
Were you nervous?
Absolutely.
So it was all 60 feet 6 inches.
All 60 feet 6 inches. 6.5 inches. Don't forget that half inch, Joe.
He said.
So for those that don't know, Eric has been to every single home game?
I missed 2 the first season. I missed 2 the second season, but I made those up by going to away games. And I've only missed 1 this season because I was under the weather for the 3rd game, I believe.
Yep. So to be honest with all y'all, we don't know much about the Carolina Yankees. We do
I don't know
know
anything about the Carolina Yankees.
They have played a couple of teams in the Old North State League. I didn't get a chance to check the scores on those. Eric, would you mind checking those out?
we do have some good baseball names for the Yankees. We got Sam Dickerson, Dane Frazier, Justin Lowe Temple, Kuniaki Mayami.
Have fun pronouncing those on the PA system, Joe.
Their stats are not on Point Street. Let me see if they're on Game Changer.
You can find who they played, though.
Can you?
Oh, now we got officials.
Well, this is the Luckies. Oh, I see.
Okay, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Who have they played? Excuse me, let's take a look at their schedule.
All right, we're going to do
They beat the Oak City Gliders. They lost to the Skippers and the Swamp Foxes, but the Skippers and Swamp Foxes are around 500 teams. Neither of the games were out of hand. They like to keep things low scoring. Lost to the Swamp Foxes 8-4. Beat the Gliders by 1, 4-3. I'm sure that was a thriller. And the Skippers got the best of them, 4-2. They haven't played in Old North State League action in 13 days. Part of the Southern Conference Baseball League.
So guys, I would like to take a moment. I want to dedicate today's broadcast to the memory of Tate Walker. He tragically passed away this morning, 19 months old. His dad's a big baseball guy, but I would just like to dedicate this broadcast today to Tate's honor and memory.
Sad to hear.
Alrighty, let's do it for Tate then. Unfortunate to hear.
He's in heaven now.
And his dad's a Yankees fan.
So I can't say anything bad about the Yankees today?
You can say something about these Yankees.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. Good one, Eric. Yankees lost to the Mets last night off of a game-winning double. managers meet at the mound or at home plate.
How about Chenzo Scanio's shoe selection?
Look, that's a sled.
Yeah, look at that.
I like your shoes, Chinzo.
Good shoes.
Good shoes.
I like your shoes.
Sorry if that was a little loud on the broadcast. Had to get it out.
We got a little excited, okay?
I'm sorry. I don't even like shoes. I just
I
wanted to
can't
say
tell
something.
if that's black in the back or if we're talking like Chicago Bulls or if that's
That's Chicago
green,
Bulls.
like
That's
Reidsville
black.
Luckies.
That's
Okay.
black.
Ah.
I think the hoodie and the hat count. What do I have to do to get a green shirt like yours, Joe?
Well, I bought it from the official merchandise of the Reidsville Luckies at the concession stand. All you have to do is come on down, bring your credit card, and grab you a great Reidsville Luckies t-shirt for $23 while supplies last. Maybe I'll buy you one.
Please. I'm stingy.
It's the Luckies and the Carolina Yankees. Non-league action. We'll have introductions here in just a second.
Spoke with Travis Hammond before the game, and his least favorite team is the High Point Hush Puppies.
You guys ready?
We're ready for
Yes, sir.
introductions.
If I do this, we got a strike, and if I don't, we don't.
Sounds good.
Your scoreboard's over here. He's over here. That's your scoreboard.
If I do this, we got a strike. If I don't do that, we don't.
Hello and welcome to JC Park for non-league Old North State League Baseball as the Reidsville Luckies host the Carolina Yankees. It's time for your starting batting orders for both teams. We'll start with the visiting Yankees. Leading things off, number 5, designated hitter Sam Dickerson. Batting second, first baseman number 17, Dane Frazier. Batting third, number 99, left fielder Justin Lotempo. Batting fourth, catcher number 9, Paul Anthony. Batting fifth, right fielder number 25, Kuniaki Muyami. Batting sixth, center fielder number 3, Frank Selambori. Batting seventh, second baseman number 4, Stephen Wetchester. Batting eighth, third baseman number 23, Cordell Bowie. And batting ninth, shortstop number 2, Jamal Simpson. And now the starting batting order for your Reidsville Luckies. Leading things off in center field, number 3, Travis Hammond. Batting second in left field, number 19, Jay Allred. Batting third at DH, number 25, T.J. Highsmith. Batting fourth at first base, number 31, Ryan Rodriguez. Batting fifth in right field, number 37, Edwin Bowman. Batting sixth at catcher, number 32, Dalton Fryer. Batting seventh, Luke Roberts, number 4, and batting eighth at second base, number 1, Blake Freeman. Batting ninth, shortstop, number 14, Sam Melton. On the mound for your Reidsville Luckies, number 23, Asael Castellano. The Carolina Yankees are managed by Omar Wright. The Reidsville Luckies are managed by Chenzo Scagno. Assistant coaches Hunter Curtis, Colin Smith, and Hayes Henderson. And now the most famous words in baseball. Let's play ball!
Joe with a solid 89%
89.
on those name introductions.
Oh, they
16
were
for
tough.
18.
I'll take it.
Fantastic job.
Hey, that's Hall of Fame level.
Try reading these.
I know some of them I messed up just simply because the opposing dugout was laughing.
The over-under was 13.5, so he wants to focus some money today, Joe.
Gentlemen, we will have 2 men on deck, 1 when the game starts.
Joe, I'm trying to do velocity. Do you know how this thing works?
I think it just does it automatically.
Well, no, it's going off on me.
Oh, is it?
Today's starting pitcher for your Reidsville Luckies, number 23, Asael Castellano.
So here we go, just about underway. Top half of the first inning.
Joe, I spoke with Travis Hammond before the game, and I asked him what his least favorite team was, and he said the High Point Hush Puppies because they haven't gotten a game against them to win. What's your least favorite team?
Oh, that's an easy one for me to answer.
It's easy. Come on.
HP.
No.
What's the answer?
It's the Santos Bogies. Come on.
So Dickerson will lead things off for the Yankees.
Now batting number 5, Sam Dickerson.
Fouls that one off.
0-2 early to Dickerson, the leadoff hitter. Castellano on the mound for the Luckies. And one down, just like that. Around the horn for the Reidsville Luckies.
We got an 80 mile an hour, a 79, and a 78.
Nice.
Blake Freeman did not let that one get across.
Around the horn, Roberts is at third base. Melton is at shortstop. Freeman is at second. Ryan Rodriguez is at first. As that one's inside. In the outfield, left to right, Jay Allred is in left. Travis Hammond is in center, and Bowman is in right. Behind the plate is Dalton Fryer. And that's a strike. Castellano had a rough first outing here at home. His second was much better. In the dirt here, hitters count 2-1. Nothing scored, just underway here in the top half of the first inning. Non-league baseball action, part of 4 straight here at JC Park. High fastball. 3-1. Castellano will head to Rockingham Community College after the summer. One of several players on the roster from Greensboro.
I believe Dalton Fryer was the catcher on Sunday,
Yep.
returning to behind the plate action.
Inside fastball swung on, popped up high. Blake Freeman at second base. He looks for it in the blue sky and finds it for the second out.
Blake Freeman responsible for 2 outs early.
Now batting number 99, left fielder Justin Low Temple.
Have you ever heard that last name before?
I've not. That's the first.
Me neither.
The only Low name that I've ever heard is Paul LaDuca. Remember him? No, you're too young.
I'm sorry.
Paul LaDuca was a catcher for the Dodgers for many years, for the Yankees.
This is always most people my age.
Here's the offering from Castellano. It's a ground ball. Freeman, all 3
Again.
putouts here in this inning.
Freeman with all 3 putouts in the half inning. We head to the bottom half of the first. 0-0.
Azale didn't have to put in too much work.
Oh, there is a hunter. That's why I was confused. My bad.
Yeah, he's a pig now. Interleague trading going on, it seems like.
Yeah.
Interleague what?
Trading.
Travis Hammond leading it off. He likes being walked, but he's only been walked once in the past 2 games.
Let's change that.
He's got a single, 1 for 6 in the past 2. Stolen base, 2 runs.
242 batting average.
For those that might not know, we mic'd up Travis in the outfield before the game for a nice little pregame on the Facebook. You can either catch it now or later.
I believe we're
After
making
the
up
game.
Luke Roberts today.
Oh, what's that?
Are we making up Luke Roberts today?
No, we mic'd up Travis Hammond in center field earlier today. We'll
I think
get.
we're going to post that after the game.
Yep.
I thought we were going to mic up Luke Roberts during the
Oh,
game.
we're gonna mic up Luke Roberts at some point.
Middle of the 6th.
We don't want to have them put on a microphone because, to be honest, this is a budget situation, and we only have 2 microphones, and we have to use them here.
And while there is a delay on the broadcast, we don't have any way of cutting out things that might be said. We're high tech for the Old North State League. We're not.
Soon the umps will be replaced by robots in the
Oh,
Old North State
man.
League.
AI.
Can you imagine you have a tablet in your dugout and you just push a button if you want to challenge a pitch or anything?
Somebody's going to hack it.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, center fielder number 3, Travis Hammond.
So Hammond will lead things off. Played in left field the last 2 games. He's in center field today with Opana getting the day off. Outside as we look in from the right-hand batter's box, and Hammond digs in with that beautiful Tri-State Steel logo on the Reidsville Luckies green uniforms.
They got the patches.
Pitcher for the Carolina Yankees is Daniel Portela.
Justin brought us dessert.
Wow, from the Boardwalk Baker who is here today. I'm guessing that's Reese's Pieces cheesecake because I'm a big guy and I know what cheesecake looks like.
Me too. I'm gonna wash it down with a diet drink over here.
Come on down, grab some great cheesecake from the Carolina Baker today.
Man,
Boardwalk
I
Baker.
thought he
Boardwalk
brought that
Baker.
from home. I was like, what?
You thought he brought that from home? Did you think he baked it?
I didn't think that somebody would bring a bakery truck. I've never heard of that.
General Manager Justin Dill can do a lot of things, but baking, I'm guessing, is not one of them. Though I might not know. He might be a secret talent.
He's shaking his head no to us.
So
He is a big guy, so he knows how to eat.
Travis Hammond 3-1. He knows how to work up that count. He'll only swing when he feels like he can smash it. And he gets walked again.
So bring up Jay Allred, who checked into the game for Hammond in his first game with the Luckies last time out.
We have Steve.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 19, Jay Allred.
We have Steve Scott watching from Tri-State still.
Awesome. Glad to have him on.
I'm glad to have Jay Allred back.
Nice name.
Fastball right down the dish, and he got a hold of that one. That's deep in right
Where's it
field.
gonna go?
Near the monster at the wall. Bounces off the wall. Hits the Tri-State steel side in right field. Allred is at second
Going for
base.
3.
Hammond is at third. That's going to be interference, I believe,
Shortstop.
from the shortstop. So Allred will stop at third base, but Hammond scores.
Jamal Simpson got in the way.
That was a bullet to the Tri-State steel
If
side
only it
in
wouldn't
right.
hit the Bojangles sign. Man.
Right in between the Old North State League sign and the Tri-State steel sign in right.
Steve
Just-
should give us some free steel since it hit the sign.
I'm for that.
Steel, 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 steel.
You know, we could have the Tri-State steal of the game.
Ooh.
Meet beat.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 25, T.J. Highsmith.
TJ Highsmith is currently being hosted by someone who also hosts Travis Hammond. They go to the same college, live in the same house right now.
That's awesome. Inside fastball.
Did he go?
He didn't. It's a take. 2-0.
70 miles an hour.
Coming up in the 6th inning, we'll be joined with catcher Christian Amaro, who will join us here in the booth.
Unless they decide to play him, like happened
That,
last
that could happen. He did tell us he's not scheduled to play today. But schedules in baseball, you can throw them out the window. Good selection so far for T.J. Highsmith. 1 run is in here in the bottom half of the 1st inning on a smack from number 2 hitter Jay Allred, who drove in Travis Hammond from first base. So Highsmith digs in, the number 3 hitter from the right side. The offering from Portella is in the dirt. Nice scoop from Anthony, the catcher. And it'll be a walk. Highsmith will head to first.
I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 31, Ron Rodriguez.
Rodriguez with a 308.
He's from Summerfield, North Carolina, not too far from here. Sophomore at Pfeiffer University.
He's had 8 RBIs this season.
He's a power hitter for sure.
I know the stats say 1 home run, but I'm 99% sure he had 2 home runs. 1 he's had here at home.
When? Was it the very first game?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I wasn't there.
I also believe a graduate of Northwest Guilford. High and inside for Rodriguez. Take 2-0. 5 straight balls thrown so far from Portella in the last 2 at-bats.
His sister threw the first pitch
Yeah,
on the night we had
the Viper night.
the Viper.
NC Viper night.
His dad was here. His dad is the coach for the Vipers. His dad actually coached Ryan at one point.
Ground ball
in
to
his career.
third. Scoop, throw to second. Got 1. Throw to first is
Nice
in
double
time as
play.
well, but Allred will score. He'll put another run on the board for the Luckies, 2-0.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 37, Edwin Bowman.
Does that count as a sacrifice, Joe?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's just the good old. That's a 6-4-3 with an RBI.
I can't say I like him.
Edwin Bowman the fourth. We've always wondered what his dad's name is.
So we're teaching Jay about dad jokes.
I got a feeling in his household he doesn't need to be teach.
Yeah, he comes naturally there.
2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning for the Luckies. It came one on a Jay Allred RBI.
Empty bases right now.
318 batting average, on base plus slugging is 883.
Allred drove it to right field, bounced it off the fence in right, drove in Travis Hammond, and then TJ Hinesmith with the ground ball double play, but it allowed Allred to score from third. So 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning, 2 outs, 3-1 count.
Edwin Bowman the fourth goes to the University of North Georgia. His batting coach encouraged him, Josh Lanham, and Andrew Zapata to join the Reidsville Luckies, or at least the Old North State League. They chose the right team for sure.
Line drive down the left field line, it's fair.
He's going for 2.
Bowman rounds first, heading into second base. He'll trot in, standing up, and a big double.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, catcher number 32, Dalton Fryer.
Just as bad as it over there. Son.
Edwin Bowman went 0 for 3 last game, so must feel good to get back on base for him.
Could you imagine having Opata and Bowman back-to-back in your college lineup?
No.
I don't know if they bat back up.
Opata's 9 for 10 in the past 2 games.
High fastball to Fryer outside. He takes it 1-0. 2 outs, 2 runs in. Runner on second base after the double with nobody on for Bowman. On the mound for the Yankees is Portela. High breaking piece. It didn't break though.
Been a lot of balls thrown by the pitcher.
This is certainly one of the sunniest games we've had this season.
Yeah, we had a little bit of drops earlier. A little drizzle. That's cleared off for the most part.
Breaking ball calling the ball high, and Portela does not like the call. Asked the umpire where it was at. 3-0. 2 outs. Runner on second base. Inside 4 straight balls, and Fryer heads to first base.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 4, third baseman, Luke Roberts.
Luke Roberts getting his theme sung by the dugout, Seth Rollins style.
So runners on first and second. Fryer drew the walk, 4 straight balls after Bowman
He's got a
gets to
100,
second base.
but he's also got 6 RBIs.
6 RBIs for Luke Roberts on the season.
Roberts played ball 2 nights ago, went 1 for 3, 2 walks, 3 stolen bases, stole home, had 2 runs.
Breaking ball for Portela, who's featured that a lot in the last 2 at-bats.
So he was the tri-state steal of the game.
Oh yeah, I need to include that. That might be a new addition to the Luckies legend.
You don't even have to give me credit.
I will.
Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Roberts steps out of the box, gets the sign from manager Chenzo Scanio. Now back in on the right side with a 2-0 count. 2 down. Bowman with the double down the left field line. Fryer with 4 straight balls and a walk to first. And now Roberts has 3 straight balls at the plate. Beautiful day for baseball. The lights on despite the sunshine, probably because of how dark it was before the start of the game. That's a fastball outside, catches just a little bit of the plate at the waist, and 3-1. We'll see if Roberts is aggressive or patient at the plate here with Portela's offering at 3-1.
He went for
Fastball,
that one.
Went for it. Swung on a miss. Inside strike. 3-2.
Full count here for the third baseman with 2 people on base.
Full counts, 2 outs. Everybody will be moving on the base pass.
I don't know if he needs to be aggressive here. Might want to load the bases.
And there goes everybody, and over to first is Luke Roberts.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 1, Blake Freeman.
Blake Freeman was 0 for 3 on Sunday with a walk, a stolen base, and a run.
Bases chucked full of Luckies.
This is the 8th batter in the lineup.
Inside fastball went after it, popped up, foul territory, first base line, and gloving it is the first baseman just inside of fair territory is Frazier. So it ends the inning. We head to the top half of the second inning. 2-0 lead for the Reidsville Luckies on the Old North State League live stream network.
What a brutal way to end the inning, though. I mean, you've got the bases loaded. Pops up a foul.
At the end of 1, 2-0 lead for the Luckies.
So the Luckies starting what's a 4-game straight homestand this weekend. Tomorrow night we'll celebrate 150 years for the city of Reidsville.
Against the Carolina Ducks, who they beat pretty bad last time.
On 150 night, historic baseball team, historic city, all celebrated here at J.C. Park. First pitch at 5 o'clock. On Saturday, it's the Oak City Gliders coming to town for Central Division action. And then on Sunday, Father's Day, no better way to celebrate Dad than at the baseball park. Come on down for great baseball action.
How about the Central Division?
Woo.
2.5 games separating first and fifth place. Only 2 teams from the division will get into the playoffs, but I can see any of these teams making a run at the title.
Well, the Honeycrisp only took their second loss the other night, so they're still. When it comes to the
And it
league,
was not a big loss. It was a close one.
Nobody really cared about announcers when they decided to name that team, did they?
Right.
The alliteration Honeycrisps is that's hard.
Right.
Now batting for the Yankees, catcher number 9, Paul Anthony.
Hendersonville Honey Crisps. I can't say it.
Now, if you're talking apples though and we're ranking apples, I'm a Granny Smith guy through and
I'm a
through.
Granny Smith.
That's number 1 for me. Honeycrisp would be number 2.
I'd go for an apple pie.
You never know what you're going to hear on this broadcast as Castellano returns to the mound here in the second inning. 2-0 lead for the Luckies. It came on RBIs from Jay Allred and TJ Highsmith. Castellano looked good in the first inning, let his defense do the work, specifically number 1, Blake Freeman at first, who had all 3 putouts. 3-1 count. Here comes the offering from Castellano down the dish, swung on and missed. 3-2. Back in the count is Castellano at full.
According to the radar, that was 79 miles an hour.
Here comes the 3-2 offering. Swung on, foul tipped into the glove. Strike 3. First strikeout for Castellano.
Now batting number 25, Kuniaki Mayami.
Fastball outside as the number 5 hitter, Kuniaki Mayami, steps in, the right fielder. Bats from the left side. Castellano starting to feel comfortable with the fastball.
I wonder if he's Japanese. I mean, it sounds like a very Japanese name. And
Yes.
Did Japan beat the United States in the?
Why do you got to bring that up, Eric?
Well, I'm
Don't.
hosting a
It was-
Japanese
Stop.
exchange student
It
this
was
year.
it was many months ago.
Wow.
I still feel the pain. But Shohei Ohtani's something else.
I can tell you, our student from Japan was extremely happy. He's not a really big sports guy, but he was very quick to remind us that Japan beat the United States.
It's the
Miami
first time
draws a
Isaiah's
walk.
let anybody on base tonight after seeing his 5th batter.
I like how baseball has become an international
Oh,
sport.
it sure has.
Most things are becoming international now. I mean, you see the last 5 MVPs for the NBA have been from other countries. Sports is spreading around the world.
Yep.
Well, and we're getting soccer in the United States is getting bigger and bigger. And
Messi's a soccer player now. Deal with it, Europe.
0-1 the count to Frank Salambrini, the center fielder for the Yankees. 2-0 lead for the Luckies. Nice fastball catches the outside corner for a strike.
We'll just call him Frank. I'm not trying to say that last
Frank
name.
the Tank. Inside.
Frank the Tank.
1-2. Runner on first for the Yankees. And down the plate. Just missing the zone. 2-2. Sign comes in from manager Omar Wright at first base. Now the offering home. Check swing. And he got him. Two strikeouts for Castellano here in this top half of the second inning. And 2 down.
Wechsler?
So I'd say it. So now batting is
We'll call
Steven
him Steven.
Wechsler.
If he pronounces it Stefan, I'm quitting.
Inside fastball, Castellano evens it up 1-1.
Just don't pronounce it Artemis.
Future Eagle at Rockingham Community College with the 2-1 count. 2 down on 2 strikeouts. Runner on first is Miami, who drew a walk. Fastball outside part of the plate. Wechsler didn't like it, but it's a strike. 2-2. Back in the box for Wechsler from the right side. Castellano, small look over to first base. Inside fastball, chop to the dugout and foul on the near side.
There's many players going to RCC next year, not just Azale. There's Ellis, Morgan, and Sam Melton, who's in the lineup today. I believe he'll be leading off the second inning.
Fastball inside, check
He
swing,
went.
and 3 strikeouts for Castellano in the top half of the second inning. We head to the bottom half of the inning. The Luckies lead it 2-0 on the Old North State League live stream network.
Blake Freeman was responsible for all 3 outs in the first inning. Azale Quiroz Castellano is responsible for all 3 in the second.
There we go, 2 players responsible for 6 outs.
And 2 players who haven't seen as much playing time as the others.
I can't even do that math. Barely.
As long as it's not geometry.
Yes, if it's geometry, I'm in trouble. Algebra. All I know in algebra is y equals mx plus b.
I don't remember.
Gosh, you just took it last
You just
semester.
I told you I wasn't good at it. Come on.
I mean, at least it's been 35 years for me, and probably 20 for Joe.
Yeah, about 2005. So 2-0 lead for the Luckies, returning to the dish here in the bottom half of the second inning. 2-0 on runs, RBIs. Jay Allred with a beautiful drive to right field, off the fence. Drove in a run.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 14, Sam Melton.
Melton's a pitcher. What's his batting average on the year?
125 on base plus slugging 388. 1 RBI with 3 runs for the season.
Now, we were talking about how Cole McLean's fielding is a lot better than his batting, and I believe that's because he's probably worked as a pitcher most of his life.
Wednesday's game.
He was the closer.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, but he had 2 RBIs.
he was the moment of the game. Had moment of the game winner, had 2 double plays that he
And 2
turned
RBIs.
from third base.
Fastball 1-0 to Melton.
McLean went 1 for 8 in the past 2 games.
Cole McLean, one of our returning players from last season.
One of our only returning players.
Well, we have Jay Allred now.
And Cole McLean is one of those guys who can give you a sacrifice bunt or a sacrifice fly or 2.
So Melton from the right side facing Portella. Fastball down the plate and right up the middle.
That'll
He
be a
rips
base
it.
hit.
Base hit to lead things off.
Not bad for a pitcher.
Definitely not.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, center fielder number 3, Travis Hammond.
Hammond was walked the last time he was at bat. Made it home on the RBI by Jay Allred, who's on deck.
Melton with a decent lead at first base. Hammond looking for the bunt there. He'll pull it back. 1-0. Nobody out, just underway here in the bottom half of the second inning. 2-0 lead for the Luckies here at beautiful JC Park. Outside bouncer. Nice stop from Anthony. And back to his pitcher, Portella. 2-0.
Hammond is from Stone Mountain, Georgia. He played with Josh Lanham on the 9th inning Royals, a hometown team. Likely when they were younger.
Inside and low to Hammond. There's that selection we like to talk about with Hammond. 3-0.
Going to give a shout out to Judy Evans watching. She's a family member. Tell Stephen we said hello here in the press box, Judy.
She's a family member of who? Of you?
She's related to my wife.
Okay. Thought you meant she was related to one of the players.
So Hammond draws a walk. Runners on first and second. Nobody down. And Jay Allred at the plate.
I asked Hammond about being such a selective hitter prior to the game. He said that the umpire, he has his zone, and even if the umpire disagrees, he's not going to swing unless he feels like he can smash it.
Fans, just want to let you know we're working on the scoreboard overlay here on the broadcast. Right now it says 0-0. We'll keep you up to date in the booth frequently. 2-0 lead for the Luckies. Runners on first and second as we're going to have a new pitcher for the Yankees.
Kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you say Yankees, doesn't it?
Oh. Oh.
Makes me something.
Oh. New pitcher will be Bradley Isaac for the Yankees.
Now pitching for the Carolina Yankees, number 13, Bradley Isaac.
That's a name we can pronounce.
Yeah, we can get that one. So he'll throw from the right side. 2-0 lead for the Luckies. Runners at first and second. Hammond at first and Melton at second. As Isaac warms up, the Yankees stepping in for the Native American national team who had to drop out of competition with the league as non-league opponents. The Yankees stepping up right away.
Omar Wright must not have liked what he was seeing from Daniel Portella, who gave up 5 walks to 10 batters.
So Jay Allred on deck. Allred with an RBI, one of the 2 RBIs in this one.
Allred, one of the newest additions to the team. Undefeated when he bats.
but a
There you
returning
go.
player.
There you go. There's your stat of the day.
That's right.
How about your question of the day? We're going to ask this in the second inning. Since the Boardwalk Baker's here. Favorite cheesecake?
Oh,
Strawberry.
Blueberry, without a doubt.
Cherry.
Strawberry. Cherry.
I don't
all
even like
three?
cherries.
I'm surprised none of you said Reese's Pieces.
that would be Justin Deals.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 19, Jay Allred.
So runners on first and second for Jay Allred, who's been hot to start for the Luckies. We get his second game here. Outside.
His
Patience
on-base
at the
plus slugging is 1.75.
Melton gets back to second base. The throw is offline. Easy way to get back in for Melton.
After you mentioned stat of the day, I can't get the Dan Patrick song out of my head. Oh,
Which one? Dan Patrick has so many great songs that are related
the stat
to the
of
show.
the day.
The
song.
stat of the day. Stat of the day. Which one? There's
Okay,
3 or 4
okay.
of them.
Allred
with a rip. That's down to right field. Down the line. And it is out of
over the
here.
wall. What a hit right there.
3-run homer for Jay Allred. He smoked that one to right.
Well, I just took his on-base plus slugging.
Up to the moon.
A little bit.
So glad to have him back this year.
2-run homer. He's already got 2 RBIs, a triple, and a home run, and we're in the second inning. TJ Highsmith, another heavy hitter, coming up to the plate. He has 3 home runs on the season.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 25, T.J. Highsmith.
Part of the star trio of catchers. Don Fryer's working the plate tonight. TJ Highsmith up at the bat, and Christian Amaro will be in the booth in the 6th inning.
Guys, I'm pretty sure Allred smashed to right field. Might have landed at the playground way down the road. That's a high fastball and a high pop fly to center field for Highsmith.
Frank's going to catch that.
Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 31, Ron Rodriguez.
Ronnie Rodriguez has an RBI,
He has 8 for the season.
and he's already added another one. Now, there's nobody who's going to RBI right now.
So that's officially home run number 1 for Jay Allred this year in the Old North State League.
I'm sure we'll see some more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that wasn't even close. And you think about it, he hit the wall over there the last time he hit.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't park where I normally do.
I'm kind of worried about the Nissan Sentra right now, not going to lie.
Let's hope that
Well, you're getting a new car tomorrow, Joe.
Inside fastball to Ryan Rodriguez.
if he
2
doesn't
and
hit
1.
the Bojangle sign tonight, Joe can sue him if it messes his car up. Hits the Bojangle sign, all's forgiven.
Hey, if it puts 3 runs on the board for the Reidsville Luckies, I'm okay with it. Don't tell my wife I said that, though. But I'm okay with it.
All right, would you rather have a grand slam or him hit the Bojangle sign? That's a tough one for me.
Oh, Granny,
Grand Slam.
Grand Salami.
I don't know which one I'd get more excited for.
Ooh, called a strike on the outside. Rodriguez didn't like the call, but he'll dig back in with a 3-2 count. 1 down.
I'm not sure I like that call either.
3 runs in on the bomb from Jay Allred, the number 2 hitter in the order. Pulled it right field, and it's still sailing. Yeah, that's a
Struck him out
strikeout for Ryan Rodriguez.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, Edwin Bowman.
So Bowman digs in.
With 5 RBIs.
Bowman 5 spot in the order today.
I forgot that Sam Mellon was on base when Jay Allred hit that.
Oh yeah, 3-run bomb town. You'd love to see, well, you might know historically, the longest home run ever hit here. That might be it.
It's further than I've ever seen.
And that wall is pretty high up. It's hard to hit a home run over that wall.
As you can see on the camera, as a strike 5-0 lead for the Luckies, 1-2 count to Bowman with 2 down. That's a monster up there in right field. Yep, that's not, your camera's not flipped. It's in right field, not left field. It's outside, which makes it unique. I love that.
What was that?
But the ball didn't even come close to the wall.
I don't know.
Wait for the man in.
High fastball swung on a miss from
Struck
Bowman,
out.
but not before the Luckies. But 3 on the board from the bomb. Jay Allred's bat smoked into right field and off over the wall. We head to the 3rd inning. 5-0 lead for the Reidsville Luckies on the Old North State League live stream network.
You gotta be happy if you're Bradley Isaac though.
After a 3-run moonshot from Jay Allred, the Luckies lead it 5-0.
Gotta be happy if you're Bradley Isaac. I mean, you give up a 3-run homer, but after that, you got one person. You got T.J. Highsmith, another heavy hitter, out. Ryan Rodriguez and Edwin Bowman IV both struck out, so he saved it from becoming a disastrous inning. Wasn't something to write home about, but
Those are some of our better batters.
definitely. Now Ryan Rodriguez strikes out a lot more because he's always trying to get it over the wall. Edwin Bowman IV is consistent. He hit a double earlier today.
I guess that's the me. Yeah, always meant to be. Kinda like you and me that day. We got coast to coast as it could. Had a good morning of the love.
Well, for the 3rd inning, we'll bring it to Jay Ramey, who's got the play-by-play for the 3rd and 7th today.
Thank you, Joe. Cordell Belly coming up to bat. He's the 3rd baseman for the Yanks.
Now batting for the Yankees, 3rd baseman number 23, Cordell Bowie.
I know New Yorkers have been buying some beach houses down here, but I don't know how you can call it the Carolina Yankees. As we have a low one right there by Isaiah.
You know what?
2-0.
I'm changing my mind on this Yankees thing, okay? And here's why. Rockingham County High School great Brian Mitchell made his debut with the New York Yankees, pitched for the
2-1.
Yankees for 2 seasons, I believe. Also pitched for the Padres, line drive. Ooh.
Almost hit the 3rd base coach.
But
2-2.
besides maybe Brian Mitchell, I might have the biggest baseball card collection of Brian Mitchell in the world. So I gotta like the Yankees a little bit.
Do you think
I have over
players have
50.
their own cards?
A lot of players buy their own cards.
Oh, definitely.
I have at least 60
Oh, he swung
rookie,
on that one.
60 rookie cards of Mitchell as he swings
It
and
was
misses
high up
around the
on the
horn.
inside.
So the Honus Wagner baseball card was,
Ooh, I don't have that one.
well, it was in American Tobacco cigarettes.
That's right.
Right over here, Reidsville.
Isaiah with 4 strikeouts. Fantastic showing by Castellano. 6'2", right-handed. Strike.
I've always wondered if maybe a box of Honus Wagner cards laying in a closet somewhere here in Reidsville.
It's somewhat. There's got to
Four-seam
be.
fastball right there.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Right,
Or even in the region in Winston-Salem or somewhere.
right.
Jamal Simpson, the one who collided with Jay Allred on that triple earlier, is the one right here, as the ump calls it a ball. 1-2. Inside and low.
Nice pitch there, though, from Castellano.
2-2.
Looking to work him inside, bust him inside. Now, if in an even count, you can work that outside part of the plate. That's where he goes. Beautiful pitch.
85
Just
miles
missed.
an hour.
3-2. We've got a full count here.
Just missed that strike on the fastball low and away.
They still haven't made it through the lineup. This is the 9th batter.
He
And
needs some.
he called it a strike. That was inside, but Jamal Simpson didn't go. That's the 5th strikeout for Isaiah Quiroz Castellano.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 5, DH Sam Dickerson.
Sam Dickerson 0 for 1, just like everybody else on his team except for, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he got walked.
That would be Kuniaki Mayami. I had
1-0.
asked that one a couple times.
So we've got 2 outs, 5-0, top of the 3rd inning. Isaiah doing some spectacular work on the mound. As he drives that one inside.
I love
and
how
it's out.
I love the framework
2
that
up.
Fryer's putting together here. Keeping his legs low and able to frame that glove.
Designated hitter pops it out and it'll drop. Jay Allard racing for it. He's going for 3. At least his teammates are encouraging him to, but he doesn't do so. Sam Mellon kept it from getting too far.
Now batting number 17, first baseman Dane Frazier.
That punches out the no-hit bid for Isaiah Quiroz Castellano.
So this is what you want to see is how he can deal with adversity now with the runner in scoring position.
You're exactly right. We've talked about that on broadcasts throughout the year. You got to be able to handle runners in scoring position or you'll never make it to the next level. 2 outs, 5-0. Man on second in scoring position as Dane Frazier comes up to plate. Wow. What a beautiful strike thrown by right there, by 23.
That right there was power versus power. Frazier wanted to take it down deep, and Castellano wanted to blow it past him. Same
And
spot.
he powers that. Blake Freeman ends the inning. He's had a lot of work tonight.
We head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, 5-0.
5-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Isaiah doing an amazing job. All he's allowed is a double and a walk. No other offense for the Carolina Yankees. Dalton Fryer, the catcher for the Luckies, is up next at bat. He was walked last time, made it to second base, but no farther. After him will be Luke Roberts, who was also walked. Blake Freeman will then come up, who had an out.
All right, I got a question for you, Eric, to put you on the spot.
All right.
Uh-oh.
So it's 150 night on Friday.
Correct.
How long has Amos Welding been in Reidsville of those 150 years?
Since 1948,
Wow.
we are the oldest business in Reidsville and possibly Rockingham County. When Reidsville Grocery closed, we took the top spot.
That's some history right there.
And we get all of our metal from Tri-State Steel.
There you go. If you got a project you need help with, head on down to the retail store on Richardson Drive. Get you that steel piece measured up to what you need. Because if you're a dummy, like I'm not Eric Smith, I can't take a piece of steel and turn it into something beautiful. If you're dumb like me, they'll help you out. They'll cut it up for you. Listen, there's Eric Smiths of the world and there's Joe Dexters of the world.
But see, I can't announce like Joe Dexter. So we all have our talents.
Now batting number 32, catcher Dalton Fryer.
Bradley Isaac returns to the mound for his second inning of work. High up, that's a ball. Swung hard on that one. Pleasant Garden native, 6 foot, 220. One of the bigger players on the
After the
Luckies.
swing, Dalton asked, was that a ball or would have been a strike? Just so he knows for the comfort of his strike zone.
Batters are talking to umpires a lot more about where the ball is. Eric's not a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan of that.
We spoke on the broadcast on Tuesday, I believe, about that. 1-2. High up and 2-2.
So both innings have been scores based off of the offense starting off strong early.
Fryer goes to Greensboro College, and he fouls that one off.
Good
Keeps
protection
the
of the
at-bat
plate.
alive.
Shinzo tried to
2-2.
catch it.
Good protection of the plate. And getting to the point, the leadoff guys have gotten on base in every single inning. It's led to good things. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second. The guys in the
And
order.
another high one. We've got a full count here.
The guys in the order from 6 on, their job from Fryer to Melton is to get on base, not to make it cute, not to try and drive
You're
in
exactly
doubles.
right. They don't need to hit home runs. They don't need to go for home runs every time.
That's the
They
job for
just need to
Hammond
get
and
on base.
Allred and Highsmith and Rodriguez. Now they can do it from time to time. Don't get me
Fryer
wrong, like that line
knocks
drive.
it to the left, and that'll drop. Is he going for second? And he'll stop at first.
So Fryer thought about it for sure.
He does think about it.
The way he laced that down the left field line, I would have thought about it too.
Oh, yeah. Some players would have been able to make that. Some aren't as fast as others. Justin Low Temple with an amazing defensive stop right there.
Now batting for the Luckies, third baseman, number 4, Luke Roberts.
Roberts, the third baseman, was walked the last time he came up to the plate. What a cutter right there.
It was served up though on a nice plate. If he wanted to smack that, he could have. He's seen it now.
Roberts is from Roanoke, Virginia, just like Cole McLean, 0-1. We have 0 outs, 5-0, man on first base in the bottom of the third inning. Right down the middle. Roberts didn't go for it. He's been steering the whole time, and now it's 1-2. Eventually, you got to swing at one of them.
Isaac's really worked the inside part of the plate.
He's had 4 caught
Oh,
looking.
he's a fantastic pitcher. And they call that a strike. Some umps have a different box than others. One down, 2 to go for the Yankees. 5-0.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 1, Blake Freeman.
Just trying to make it to the top of the at-bat. 2 outs to go. Either Blake Freeman or Sam Melton are going to need to get on base. There's a ball right there. I don't think Don Fryer's stealing.
Never know though. Might not steal, but a hit and run with a 5-run lead in the third.
He
and not a
never goes for
question.
the extra base.
Never know.
Strike right down the middle. That's a pretty one. 1-1. Freeman.
0 stolen bases.
I'm not shocked by that. And that is way outside. 2-1. Hitters count. Blake Freeman is from Graham, North Carolina. 5'8", 165. Goes to the University of Mount Olive as a sophomore. And wow, Dorian
what'd I
Fryer
tell
just
ya?
stole it.
What did I tell you?
That was his first stolen.
Dreams do come true. On a wild pitch.
I mean, J.J. Highsmith is probably our biggest stealer.
Andrew Zapata has had a lot of stolen bases.
And Travis Hammond.
Yeah.
I think Hammond leads the team. It's Freeman
Eric, check
digs
that
in.
out for us. And that's in the dirt. We've got a walk here. 1 out. A man on first and second.
Just like that, patience at the plate. It looked meek, and now we've got runners on first and second.
Rapuso and Hammond tie for stolen bases at 9. Opata has 7.
Capuso is a risky player too. Former moment of the game winner.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 14, Sam Melton.
Sam Melton's also a pitcher. He has a low batting average, but that's understandable. He's been in the lineup for a few nights this year. Way outside 1-0.
But he did give us an RBI. .125 average, which is respectable for a pitcher.
He's another guy who goes to RCC. 5'11", 185, right-handed. Staring contest.
Who's going to win it?
Probably the umpire. 2-0. And another pitch way outside. 3-0, a chance to get on base and load the bases for Travis Hammond.
See, that's exactly it. You just got to get on base 6 through 9.
And Hammond would probably get walked, too, because Hammond does that. That would be the third time he's at bat. And we're only in the bottom of the third inning.
Right down
And
the
he
dish.
pops that up, Melton. And no tag up. Blake Freeman runs back.
I thought about it for half a second.
Yeah.
So Jay, you got a comment here. A lady says you're doing a great job.
Tell her I said thanks.
Miranda Ramey.
Oh, that's my mom.
I wasn't going to say that.
Thank you, Mom.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, center fielder number 3, Travis Hammond.
Well,
2 outs, 5-0.
I'll back
Men on
Mom's
first and
sentiments.
second.
I will back Mom's sentiments.
I'll
You're doing
back
a great job.
Thank you. Thank you both. That's outside.
Plus, I've always heard that there's no mother that's ever wrong.
No.
So,
Right about that one. Hammond provided the game winner against the Oak City Gliders a few weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago.
I just love how Hammond waits for his pitch.
He's a very patient batter.
I talked with him about it before the game, and he said he's got his own strike zone that he abides by. If he sees something he can smash, he's going to go for it, but if he doesn't, he'll just let it go.
Well, it's worked.
And he sees
Speaking
one he
of
likes
working.
there. It'll drop. Fryer comes home. Blake Freeman rushes the third. And Travis Hammond gets an RBI double. Nice play there. Runners advance.
RBI double for Travis Hammond brings up number 19, Jay Allred.
6-0 lead for the Reidsville Luckies.
Hey.
2 outs. Jay Allred coming up to plate. He's got a triple, 3 RBIs, and a home run. Doing a fantastic job on the night, the newest addition to the Luckies.
I just called Reidsville Rex department and asked if they seen the ball down at the playground, and they said yes, it's there. That traveled down the mile trail and got
That one's outside.
down to the park.
1-0 count.
Fido's playing with that ball now.
And another one just slightly outside. 2-0 count here.
I was telling GM Justin Dill that Allred's swing reminds me of Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. Sweet, smooth, short, compact.
And he fouls that one off. If you want to see a swing, you can head to YouTube. Look up Jay Allred. Compilation of videos.
From Summerfield, North Carolina, went to Presbyterian last year in the transfer portal currently.
Division I player.
He's going to have offers without a doubt to play at a high level.
And he swings at that one. That's a foul way up. And the third baseman running after it. And can't get to it. Lands on top of a batting cage.
You see that sweet compact stroke through the ball, to the ball, right away.
Cordell Bowie wanted that one.
And what helps with that is what we saw in his last at-bat, is when you're trying to pull the ball to drive in runs from that left-handed side, and you've got a sweet compact stroke like that, it's going to make a difference.
2-2, 2 outs. And he swings at that one. That's an out. We head to the top of the fourth. 6-0 ball game, Reidsville Luckies.
We head to the fourth inning. Luckies 6, Yanks nothing.
Gotta admit, that was a nice strikeout there by Bradley Isaac. That's his 4th on the night, only had 2 innings of work, but he's given up a few runs.
We're just about ready for 4th inning of baseball action here at JC Park. Hands together for Jay Ramey calling the 3rd. He'll call the 7th. Also coming up at the 6th, we'll talk with catcher Christian Amaro. And a reminder for baseball fans, if you can't find our game, if the game ends up freezing, I want to bring this up because it happened last game. If the game ends up freezing on Facebook, you can catch us at oldnorthstateleague.com and click on Watch Live.
You just can't comment.
You can't comment on that format. But
Send text messages to Eric.
yes. But we're going to have a lot of fun here this weekend. It's going to be baseball weekend.
Who else is excited to interview Christian tomorrow?
I am.
What a nice guy he is.
There's a couple questions I really want to ask him, and I know there's questions you've been thinking about even though you've already interviewed him.
His favorite color is red, that's all I know.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
It's not a color, it's white.
You're wearing a white shirt tonight.
Yep,
We really got to get you a Luckies shirt.
I've got one.
Oh, well. We need to teach you how to do laundry so you can wear it every game.
I might make the subscribers pay for the Luckies Ledger.
Do a GoFundMe for a shirt.
Leading things off for the Yanks in the 4th, left fielder Justin Motemple.
So
Check out
Castellano
the
digs in.
GoFundMe for Jay
Back for
Ramey's
his
lucky shirt.
4th inning of work. And a strike 0-1. 4 strikeouts for Castellano. Gotten a little bit of a jam as Roberts gets the line drive bouncer. Throws it
way
high to
up. Ryan
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez couldn't get to it.
And it'll be safe at first.
Low Tempo didn't think about running.
First game for Roberts at 3rd base here in the summer league, at least. Typically at 2nd base.
He played 1st base last game, but he subbed in, so that doesn't fully count. He's been good everywhere he's went, as that one's popped up, and Blake Freeman tracks it down.
That's his 6th put out of the game.
He's doing some real work here.
2 down.
Everybody on the Luckies
one
seems extremely capable. This is a very deep roster. Number 25. Nobody knows how to pronounce his name.
So right fielder Kuniaki Mayami
Ooh, good
bat.
job, Joe.
from the left side with 1 down. 6-0 lead for the Luckies here in the top half of the 4th inning. Castellano on the mound with a runner on first. Inside fastball taken is a walk drawn earlier.
What a save by Dalton Fryer. We've talked about how deep the catching trio is for the Luckies.
Miami drawing a walk in his first at bat.
They can all hit. They've saved a plethora of runs from happening.
That's a big word, Jay.
Thank you.
Like that.
Thank you, Eric.
Put that in your broadcaster's thesaurus and
Okay.
keep it there. Hitters count 2-1.
I thought the source was extinct.
Well, you can use a myriad as well.
I'm sorry, guys.
3-1. Hey, if you're not at the field and you're not having fun, then what are you doing?
You're exactly right.
6-0 lead for the Luckies. A 3-1 count to Miami. He swings
What
and
a
misses.
pitch that was.
He was not happy with that swing.
Right on the edge.
The look
I
on
think
his
he
face.
could have connected with that just a little farther out. And we've got a steal coming.
Pretty fluid stroke for Miami.
Low Tempo has to run back.
No leg kick, nothing of the sort. Bat straight through the zone. Full count, 3-2.
How about this pitching by Isaiah? And that one's in the dirt. I said it at the wrong time.
So 2 walks for Miami.
Now batting for the Yanks, center fielder number 3, Frank Salambrini.
Frank. Center
Frank
fielder.
Salambini. That sounds like a New York Yankee name.
It does.
Nice pitch from Castellano to start the at-bat. I think early on in the last account to Miami, he was trying to force a little bit too much velocity. He's gone back to command late in that at-bat, and we see it here. Ground
And-
ball, and Roberts is going
Oh.
to miss it off the glove. And backed up by Melton, it advances runners to every single base.
He had a chance for a double play there. He could
Yeah, those
have
balls
gotten a
that-
5-4-3.
Those balls that bounce like that are hard to catch.
You're right.
Now batting number 4, second baseman Stephen Wester.
So
He
Wester
hustled
digs
and
in.
tried.
The second baseman from the right side. Runners on first, second, and third. Luckies lead it 6-0.
After a 6-0 start by the Luckies, the bases are loaded.
Castellano,
Lesher struck out last time. We know he likes to swing big.
Castellano going back to that inside fastball makes it 0-1.
Wesher is the second baseman for the Yankees.
There's no,
Isaiah's pitching is so pretty tonight. I mean, this is a treat to watch.
it's not complicated right now. It's middle, 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 outside, middle, inside. You don't want to draw a walk here.
Christian Amaro must be happy. This is his friend who actually brought him to the Luckies. We owe a lot to Isaiah.
Which is crazy because I don't think Castellano has been caught by Amaro yet.
Here.
And it's 2-1.
Make it 2-2.
2-2, excuse me.
I thought it. 2-2 hits
Hits
him.
him
That's
with a
going to draw in a
pitch.
run.
Shutout
will head to
bid
first
is
base.
ruined.
Now batting for the Yanks, third baseman number 23, Cordell Bowie.
Still an amazing showing by Isaiah. I mean, who else can say that they've struck out 5 Yankees? Not many people.
Randy Johnson.
Not many
Ran-
people that go to RCC.
Oh, RCC.
Not many RCC alumni have struck out 5 Yankees. Even if it is just Carolina.
Well, we're going to make it 8 or 6. We're going to get 2 right here. 2 punchies.
That would be 7.
That'd be 7.
Poor Joe.
Poor math skills.
Another one comes home on a wild pitch.
So 2 runs in here in the 4th inning for the Yankees, and runners at second and third. 4-run lead for the Luckies, but the Yankees with momentum here. Fastball for a strike from Castellano.
We've got Nicholas Morgan warming up.
We've seen some action from Nicholas Morgan. I mean, he's done very well this season. Pitched in a few games.
I think your ultimate hope here is if you're manager Chenzo Scanios to get out of this 4th inning and start clean with
Exactly
Morgan.
right. But that's the good part about building up a lead is that one's popped up and
It's high center field and
Blake
second
Freeman
base. Blake Freeman
catches
makes
his 38th out
Put-
of the night.
it. Technically 7, but
It's the same thing, Joe.
Well, there's 10 types of people in the world.
that's the thing about baseball, though, is the baseball can be a magnet to you on some games.
Jamal Simpson coming up to plate. Struck out last inning.
Low and inside from Castellano, 1-0.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Jamal Simpson.
High fastball from Castellano. 2-0.
Joe, could you give us a preview of what you're going to ask Christian tomorrow?
Well, I want to know who he looks at, at catcher, who he aspires to be, who's somebody that he looks up to from that catcher position.
He told me that Yachty was his.
Yachty Molina, yeah.
I asked him that question in my very first interview with the Luckies.
I want to ask him what he thinks of Wilson Contreras, because I think he plays a lot like Wilson Contreras. I want to ask him if he's a Buckeye fan, because he's from Columbus.
And that one dropped. Frank got home. Why does he seem sad about it? Celebrating like Nikola Jokic.
He's probably sad because he's a Yankee.
Oh, poor guy.
So 2 outs, 6-3 ball game after the run scores. Castellano from the stretch.
Who would have thought the Luckies would go up against the Yankees and be able to say that they're the more historic franchise?
In the old North State League, that is true.
Oh, definitely.
Rodriguez holds the runner Simpson at first. He's going. Swung on and missed. He's going to hold him at second. No throw with the runner at third base. So two runners in scoring position now.
Down by 3. They're making a little bit of a comeback, but there's 2 outs here. It's not horrific for Isaiah. He can do something here.
Nice stop from Fryer in the dirt. 2-1.
One thing the Luckies have had is a rotating cast of pitchers. They don't seem to often pitch more than once a week.
The inside pass
Way
ball
up
is
high.
popped up to the pitcher Castellano, and he makes the catch and gets out of the
finishes
jam.
off the inning. Luke Roberts lost his hat going after that.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. 6-3 lead for the Luckies on the Old North State League live stream network.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Lucky 6, Yankees 3.
Eric, do we have anybody we need to shout out on the comment section here?
Well, Melita Hatley says you're doing great as well.
Thanks, Melita. Judy Evans watching, Clint Walker.
We got Steve Scott watching.
Tri-State Steel.
Michelle Reeves-Witt is watching.
We have 7 viewers currently.
For those that can hear the music, this is Reidsville's own Jacob Vaughn.
Joe's playing the backup guitar.
They're sponsored by Tri-State Steel. And he's a former welder with Amos Welding.
That's right. So grading his welding 1 to 10.
Oh, he's a 10.
He's a 10.
Great welder.
So he's a 10 welder and a 10 singer.
Yep. All around great kid. Great kid.
Jacob's performing tonight in downtown Stoneville at the Art of Us by the Rockham County Arts Council.
His mom and dad have been to a couple games this year. Haven't seen
Yes, they
Jacob's
have.
at any. Jacob's a big baseball fan.
Phillies fans. I don't know.
A lot of the host home parents attend these games.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 25, T.J. Highsmith.
So TJ Highsmith will lead things off here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Luckies lead it 6-3, but
That looked like that was going to be his pitch right there.
3 runs on the board for the Yanks in the top half of the inning. The Luckies would like to respond to that. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. It's to second base. The scoop. The throw is in time, and Highsmith is out.
Frazier got to that.
'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 31, first baseman, Rodriguez.
Highsmith was 3 for 7 in the past 2 games coming into this with a double and 2 singles. Was hit by a pitch twice. 2 walks.
Isaac with another breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Edwin Bowman on deck.
Rodriguez struck out and popped it up. That's a foul ball.
Ooh. I hit the dugout on the other field back here. What do you want to ask Christian tomorrow that you haven't asked yet?
I'm not sure. I would love to ask about how he feels watching Isaiah's great pitching game so far.
Nice scoop there at third base by Cordell Bowie, and an out. Just like that, 2 outs.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, right fielder number 37, Edwin Bowman.
Edwin Bowman is 6'4". He's one of the few guys who can be taller than the pitcher that's on the mound.
Laced a shot in the first inning.
1 for 2 tonight with a double.
Luckies put 2 on the board in this first, 3 on the board in the second, 1 on the board in the third. They lead it 6-3 here in the bottom half of the fourth.
If you'll remember, Edwin Bowman the fourth wasn't getting much action early on.
He smoked that to center field.
It's gone! Home run shot by Edwin Bowman the fourth. What a job right there with 2 strikes.
Second home run of the game for the Luckies.
Wow. He didn't see much action early on in the season. We didn't even know who he was when he came up to bat against the Santos Bogies in an away game at Bogey Ballpark. And he's worked his way into the lineup, been a consistent hitter, and he just smashed a home run. I believe it's his first of the season.
That was deep to center field. Good thing nobody was on the J.C. Park walking trail because they would have been smoked.
Now batting for the Luckies, catcher number 32, Dalton Fryer.
There is someone back there. Maybe they'll get a souvenir.
Sometimes you just know from the crack of the bat.
Yeah, you
That-
can hear it.
The hardest ones to tell is center field, and that one you could tell.
Poor Frank had to watch that go over the fence. Now, I would have liked it to hit the Bojangles sign, but that's okay. I'm not giving up on this Bojangles sign thing, people.
What we need is like the Durham Bulls with their monster in left field. They have the big bull that you can hit. We need a big lucky strike or a big lucky
A big lucky
to hit.
But it is a bullseye.
Yeah, a bullseye. There you go.
There needs to be a Bojangles truck that comes to these games.
And bring some Bojangles sweet tea.
Outside to Fryer, 2-1 after the home run, a solo shot from Edwin Bowman. The second home run of the game. The first, a 3-run shot from Jay Allred in the second inning. Fastball outside, and Fryer draws a walk. It brings up Luke Roberts.
Ball.
2 strikes, 2 outs. You wouldn't expect the Luckies to be in this position.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 4, third baseman, Luke Roberts.
Lucky Luke Roberts.
It's alliteration.
Very nice. We explained to Jill what that is a few nights ago. Outside.
1-0 the count to Roberts.
I believe we have our guest, gentlemen.
So bottom, your top half,
That
make
caught
it
me
bottom
off
half of
guard.
the fourth inning. We all of a sudden we've got a big tall guy behind us. Andrew Zopata, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, glad to have you here, man. How's the bat feeling? At one point you're 8 for 8. You're smoking it. Tell us how the bat feels here this summer.
Feels really good. I mean, I'm seeing the ball very well, and I'm making adjustments on pitches that I'm missing in the early season. So I'm just glad I'm making the adjustments. Hopefully it just carries on throughout the season.
Hitters count 2-1, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 7-3 lead for the Luckies.
And Darren Fryer is going to get through. His second
Correct me
stolen
if-
base of the season. He entered with none.
So Sec 2 stealing bases for Dalton today.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, like, just taking off. Like, big boy can run.
Andrews, correct me if I'm wrong. Where do you go to school, North Georgia?
Yes, sir.
What's it like having to have teammates on your team from your school here?
Feels good. Like, the bond we have, like, at school, it just carries on to summer ball, and we just have a blast playing with each other.
You can come in a lot more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I got to ask, does Lanham throw that hard in BP? Do you have to face him in BP at all?
No, I mean, like, I've faced him, like, a couple times in scrimmages, but, like, every time I go up there and face him, it's like
Robert strikes
I
out to
can't
end the
focus
inning.
because he's, like, my best friend. So, like, I'm always smiling, so is he. So it's really hard.
Andrew Zapata's with us. Andrew Zapata with us here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Want to join us for the top half of the fifth?
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, we'll be right back. 7-3, Luckies lead it on the Old North State League live stream network.
463 batting average. And a 1.183 on base plus slugging.
The past 2 games combined have been insane. 9 for 10, a triple, 2 doubles, 6 singles, a walk, 5 stolen bases, and 5 runs. Became the first ever back-to-back Lucky of the game, second ever 2-time Lucky of the game. He's on a tear. We were hoping to see you in action tonight.
11 RBIs. I mean, I love watching you play, and I'm loving the numbers you're putting out. They go great.
Andrews was telling me in 2 days ago in an interview that he was brought from North Georgia by the batting coach there.
Nice. So Nicholas Morgan will take over on the mound for the Reidsville Luckies. 7-3 ball game. The Luckies lead it here at home, non-league action against the Carolina Yankees. So one question we were asking earlier in this game, I said, can you imagine being a coach and having Andrew Zapata and Edwin Bowman in the same lineup? So do you guys ever bat back-to-back?
Last year we did at one point. I remember the Catawba game. It was like the 10th inning, and runner on second, I think. I ended up striking out, and Edwin walked it off, and it was really cool because, like, I always would hit, like, first, and he would hit around, like, 5. But that game, the lineup got switched up a little bit, so it was really cool to hit right in front of him and then have him behind my back to pick me up for that game at least.
So how's North Georgia baseball? How's it playing baseball down there?
Oh, I love it. The facilities are great. Coaches are awesome. I just love my time up there, and I just can't wait to go back.
Just underway here in the 5th inning, top half, 7-3 lead for the Luckies with Morgan on the mound. And
Andrews
Frazier
is
at the plate.
rooming with the Webb brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Do their parents ever come to any of the games?
My parents?
No, do Webb's
Oh,
parents?
yeah, they're here tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They come to almost every game, every home game at least.
So is your natural position center field, is that where you like playing the most?
Yes, sir. I like playing center field the most. I mean, I'll play anywhere in the outfield, but center field is where I truly feel comfortable.
When did you first start playing baseball?
Ooh, that's good. I think I was like 4 years old when I started playing baseball, and then I just played
A lot of
ever since.
experience.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of experience.
Oh, yeah.
Player you like to emulate or somebody that you might have looked up to growing up?
So growing up, I really liked Chipper Jones, but now I'm a big Michael Harris fan because I just like his play style. Yeah.
Everything he does is good.
I just like his play style.
So does that mean we've got a North Georgia guy, we've got Chipper Jones, and we've got Michael? You must be a Braves fan.
Oh yeah, big Braves fan.
There we go. There we go.
3-1 the count. Morgan on the mound to Frazier. The offering is a breaking ball high and a pop-up foul.
Are your parents able to come to any of the games? I know you said they're from Ghana, West Africa.
So yeah, my mom actually works a lot back in Georgia, so it's really tough for her to come
Okay.
up to the games.
That's what
but
I
she
was
watches
thinking.
it live sometimes, so she might hear me on the mic, honestly. Hey mom, if you hear me.
Full count pitch is inside and a walk to Frazier to start things off for Morgan here in the top half of the 5th inning. 7-3 lead for the Luckies. What's your experience like, Ben, playing for the Luckies? First of all, like the first thing I think of is it might be the most athletic and most talented outfield that I've seen with you and Bowman and Hammond. What's it like playing for this team and the experience here with the Luckies?
Oh, I love the Luckies. I mean, like the team is awesome. Like, we all have fun. We just come. Like, today, Steens is not here, Justin Steens, and it's kind of like the dugout's a little quiet. Like, without
It sure
him.
is.
It makes me sad.
Yeah,
I went
I
over
know.
to the dugout to get Travis Hammond for an interview and didn't see Steens.
Yeah, no, we kind of miss him. I mean, like, I love the team. Like, I'm bonding a lot with these everybody on the team. I'm just having fun up in Reidsville.
We're glad you're here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Can we expect you back next year?
Hopefully. We got to see where Coach Palmer sends me. It's up to him.
Is that your college coach?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll tell him to send you here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I am Santa Claus after all.
What are some of the things that you wanted to work on coming into summer ball as you get ready for the next season?
So a big part of me wanted to work on my bunting skills because I just wanted to add a different tool to my assets that I bring to the game. And I also wanted to work on hitting the breaking ball because this season I struggled a little bit hitting the slider. But, I mean, early in the count, I like to swing and get the pitches I like, which is the fastball. So I'm just working on being aggressive and just continuing being the player I am.
Any superstitions, any traditions, anything, regiments that you do before every game?
Pop up. And
That one's popped up to left field. Under it is Allred. He'll make the catch for the first out.
how has Jay Allred been?
Oh, he's cool. Like, I mean, 2 days ago was the first time I ever met him. He's a really cool dude. I like him.
Very
Good
nice.
ball player, too.
He played here last year.
Sorry, Joe. I think I interrupted you.
I don't know, though. Do I have any? I'm trying to think. Superstition.
Superstition, anything
What
you
about
do.
those wristbands?
Well, I just wear these. Like, this one, they're kind of faded away, but this one says he would love first. And then this is just like three-peat from Parkview, where I went to high school. But I would say superstitions. I don't know. Ooh,
What a dive from Freeman. Throw to first is high, though. Runner's going to come in to score.
Uh-oh.
What about just maybe things you do in a game where hitting 300 is super successful? What are some things you do to just keep your mentality?
So actually, I just thought about it. I always pop in a stick of gum before every game, and then depending on how I'm doing in the box, like if I go 0 for 2, I'll just pop in I spit it out and put
I
another
heard of
one
a
in.
player who once would chew gum on a batting streak. If he was having a good streak, he would not throw away the gum. He would chew it for days on end. I would be ready for that batting streak to end. Maybe
Seven-
strike out on purpose.
7-4 ball game here. The Yankees with a run here in the top half of the fifth inning as we're joined with Andrew Zapata of your Reidsville Luckies in center field throughout most of the season.
What are you majoring in at North Georgia?
I'm a finance major right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you planning on being?
So I'm not sure what I'm planning on being right now, but I do know that my brother-in-law has a firm, and I hopefully want to work with him when I graduate.
That's
so.
pretty cool.
I'd love to see you draft to the major leagues.
Oh yeah, that would be
Not
that
need to use
would be a
that
dream. That
Hey,
would
if
be a
you hit
dream come
9 for
true.
10 in the next few games, I mean,
That would be a dream come true.
How'd you guys do this season?
So this season we had a lot of young guys. We were like half of the team were freshmen and incoming guys, and we actually did pretty good. Like we competed very well in the conference tournament. Didn't end up the way we wanted it to be, but I mean I'm just excited for this year and excited to see what we can do. Because I mean like we have pretty much the same team coming back minus like 3 or 4 seniors that we lost. So it's gonna be an exciting year.
All right, we like to have fun in this booth, so we're going to ask some silly questions, all right?
All right.
First off, Old North State League, you take out the Luckies, okay? Take them out. Who's got the best logo?
Best logo. I like the Surf and Turfs' logo. They're
Pretty nice. It is pretty good.
it is nice. Who's your least favorite team?
least favorite team. I'm gonna
I
go
asked
ahead.
Hammond and he disappointed me.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the Spinners just because Jack Amacio's on that team and he's my teammate. And, you know, I despise him.
And you
sometimes.
had to
And
face
Maceo
him.
was the
I
pitcher,
did.
correct?
Yeah, I did have to face him. Went 2 for 2 off of him. If Maceo, if you're listening, you suck.
That's a line drive to shortstop. Melton with it. Throw to second. That's going to get into
and
the
an error
outfield.
right there.
And right.
Ryan Rodriguez chasing after it as,
One run is in for the Yanks.
oh,
And we got a 2-run ball game, 7-5. So the other question we have about the Old North State League is, do you feel it should be illegal that the High Point Hush Puppies have a logo that is not fried dough?
Friday.
It's just a dog instead of Hush Puppies that you eat.
See, that always confused me. Like when I heard of the Hush Puppies, I thought like of the food, and then they like I just saw a dog, and I was like,
All right,
that's me too.
90% of this is based off of food. Okay, flying pigs.
Yeah.
Barbecue capital of America. You got the hush puppies. That's food.
Yeah.
Okay, they brought their mascot, which was a dog or whatever. It should have been a big hush puppy. Mayflower's not that far away. I'm just saying.
7-5 ball game. 2 runs on the board here in the top half of the 5th inning for the Yankees, with Connor Morgan on the mound. Joined with Andrew Sopata here in the booth for the top of the 5th. So I got one thing I noticed that's maybe it's just because I'm an old man, but when you guys are at the plate, you guys feel comfortable now these days talking with the umpires and asking where pitches are and to adjust in the at bat in real time.
So I see a lot of players who do ask the umpires like where that pitch missed or like where it was in their zone. I don't usually ask because like I don't want to like act like I'm showing up the umpires. Right. Some umpires they like it, some umpires they don't. So I just know what's my pitch and what I'm looking for, and I just adjust to whatever the umpire is calling that day.
I have a special request. I bring this up about 8 times every broadcast. Somebody needs to hit that Bojangles sign, and if they do so, we need free biscuits from Bojangles like they do at minor league games.
Okay.
So next time you go to hit a home run, just hit right there, left field, a little bit low, hit that Bojangles sign. We need free biscuits.
From Bojangles of Reidsville and Caswell counties is listening, and maybe he can let us know.
He needs to do it.
He's one of our big sponsors.
If
Andrew
if you
Sopata
hit
joining
it
us.
right over that, we're going to boo you, okay?
Okay.
You need to hit the Bojangles sign.
Thank you for swinging the stick and keep doing it, and glad to have you here on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
Alrighty, we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. A 7-5 lead for the Luckies on the Old North State League Radio Network.
It's a lot closer of a game than it should be. Luckies have done very well, but 5-7. If you look around the Central Division, the Spinners are up at 6-4. Bogies, the reigning champions, 6-6. Hush Puppies 5-6. Reidsville 4-7. Gliders are at 3-6. But there's a ton of divisional games between these teams. The Luckies are playing 2 teams they've already beaten.
If they get to the second ball, will you hit that fade button right there?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The Luckies are facing teams they've already beaten, but these, like the Hush Puppies, they're playing the Honeycrisps, the Skippers, the Spinners, and the Bogies. 4 teams that could very well beat them. And they lost to a team that they probably should have beaten last night. The Gliders facing the Spinners, Bogies, us, and the Clovers. Spinners facing the Gliders, Hush Puppies, and Luckies. Bogies facing Gliders, Skippers, and Hush Puppies. None of those teams are under 500 except for maybe one of them that aren't in the division. So this is going to be a very, very difficult schedule for the rest of the division. Reidsville really needs to win these weekend games, pop it up in the division, get to 6-7 in the league standings. Then they can make a run at the playoffs. But we're still fairly early in the season. We have about 30 games left. Nothing to worry about.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 1, Blake Freeman.
Great to talk with Andrew Sopata there in the bottom half of the 4th and the top half of the 5th inning. And Andrew Sopata now officially subscribed to the Beat of the Reidsville Luckies. LuckiesLedger.substack.com, where you can catch Jay's recaps, interviews, and more. Freeman digs in from the right side. 7-5 ball game as that one's in for a strike. And guys, we'll have a great guest tomorrow. Edwin Bowman's dad's going to join us in the booth for a half inning or so. He's in from Georgia to watch
What's
his
his
son
name?
play. I'm not sure. I didn't ask. We'll have to find out.
Edwin Bowman the 4th. We're trying to figure out his last name.
It has to be Edwin the 3rd, right?
We're not sure.
From around the league, the Serpent Terps are playing the Clovers right now. The Clovers are up by 1. Other games are going to be starting within the next 20 minutes, and we'll give you updates on those as we go.
Now batting number 14, shortstop Sam Melton.
Clovers are 7-7. You want them to pick up some momentum because they're facing the Gliders on Sunday. Gliders are 3-6, but you don't want them to get close. I mean, actually they're kind of tied with the Luckies.
I wanted to ask Andrews what he thought of the different fields across the Old North State League.
We can ask Christian. We've got another guy.
Yeah, because
coming up.
we don't get to go on the road, so I'd love to learn a little bit more about the other facilities.
I think I'm going to do some away. I've done some away games, and
I've only got my permit, guys.
Line drive through the hole. It's
Melton
short.
gets it through.
Freeman rounds
Blake
30
Freeman
holds.
thought about it. He probably could have made it if he went for it.
Smack past the
They
shortstop.
got it into Cordell Bowie.
Simpson had the backhand attempt and couldn't get to it.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, Travis Patty, Travis Hammond.
Hammond's 1 for 1 tonight. Been walked twice. Has a double. Has an RBI. He's gotten home. Been instrumental in this ball game on getting on base. Jay Albert coming up to plate. You love for Hammond, who often gets walked, to get walked right here. Set up a grand slam attempt by Jay Albert, who hit a home run earlier in this game. He's come out swinging.
Melton at first, Freeman at third. 7-5 ball game. 2-run lead for the Luckies looking to add on. That's down the plate and low.
2-0. So is Amaro coming in next inning, like after this?
Yep, he'll be coming in the 6th inning.
Okay.
Might be the bottom half. We'll find out. High breaking ball inside and
We
another
are
take from
one
Hammond.
pitch away from a grand slam opportunity for Jay Allred. We've only had one on the season. That one by Jacob Trivet, who's not in the lineup tonight. Hit one against the Santos
I hear
Bears.
superfan Eric Smith might rip off his jersey if Jay Allred hits a grand slam
Oh, that's right.
absolutely.
and run around.
Uh-oh.
We got to get there though first. 3-1 the count to Hammond with runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2-run lead for the Luckies. On the
And
run is
he's
Melton.
stealing.
Throw down to second.
He gets
and
there.
almost gets into the outfield. Freeman will hold up at first base.
And a smart
Runners and scoring position both now.
How many stolen bases does Melton have on the season, Eric?
So full count for Hammond. Runners at second and third.
That's only his second of the season.
Wow.
Outside
And
pitch taking all the
that'll be a
way.
walk.
Bases loaded for Jay Allred.
Well,
Who hit a 3-run dinger.
I'm not sure that I would try to steal a base if
In
I'm
the
Sam
second
Melton
inning.
when there's 3 balls.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 19, Jay Allred.
The lefty here.
So Jay Allred
2
digs
for
in.
3. Struck out once. Hit a home run and a triple. Has 3 RBIs. Trying to double that tonight. Right here at the plate.
Here's the offering. It's outside and a ball, 1-0.
Trying to triple the lead right here.
Here's the problem is you don't want to deal with Allred in this situation, but you have to.
You don't, and you can't walk him.
You cannot.
can, but it's not smart. They have got to throw pitches.
If I'm
And when you're down by 2, you do not want to let a run up.
Isaac, I am not pitching anything middle or inside. Everything is staying outside, and if I give up a run, oh well. I
And
live
with
to
0
another day.
outs, though, I mean, somebody's bound to tag up and make it home. Blake Freeman's not the risky type, but I can see him doing it as it's popped up.
Well,
Foul.
We've seen
2-1.
what Allred has done to 2 baseballs on inside pitches today, a triple and a moonshot. So if I want nothing to do with that, even if it involves a tag up, if it involves a run scoring from third, I'm not being aggressive in that at bat because just simply the batter's too good.
And he fouls that one off. 2-2. 2-run ball game, 0 outs. Bases loaded.
Bases chucked full of Luckies.
And this sets up the opportunity. Either he hits a grand slam or he hits the Bojangles sign.
If he hits a
Tough decision.
if he hits a grand slam, it's the lucky of the year already, right? I mean,
Right.
a 3-run home run, a 4-run home run, and a triple. That's going the opposite way.
Oh.
In left field,
Is it there?
towards the fence, at the
It
wall,
drops!
and it drops just in front of the wall. Freeman is in to
comes
score.
home.
Melton will hold at third base, and at first is Jay Allred, bases loaded
Wow.
for T.J. Highsmith.
We will take that.
I mean, Justin Low Temple has saved
Now
so many
batting for
runs
the
tonight.
Reidsville Luckies, number 25, T.J. Highsmith.
It's not even funny how many runs that Low Temple has saved tonight. If there's another fielder out there, it might be another story. T.J. Highsmith, the power hitter. He's hit 3 runs. 3 home runs. We've got an out on the board. I don't believe there's any outs.
Oh and 1 to Highsmith. As Jay mentioned, 3 home runs leads the team. Outside to the number 3 hitter in today's lineup, the DH. Deserves a day off in the field after the catching job he did on Tuesday.
That's what's so good about having a deep lineup when it comes to the catchers.
Breaking ball for a strike to Highsmith.
They can take a lot of breaks.
8-5 ball game. Ryan Rodriguez on deck. Nobody down. Ball
Speaking
outside.
of lucky of the year, I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe it's the most luckies of the game, most contributions.
That's a good thing to.
And it's not just
think
going to be
about.
lucky of the year and moment of the year. It's going to be clutch player of the year.
We need to
It's
get a
going
trophy
be-
for that too.
Maybe. I need to set up a GoFundMe for that.
We've already got one for your T-shirt.
We're going to get a green T-shirt and a red T-shirt and a trophy.
Bases loaded for Highsmith. 1-2 count. 8-5 lead for the Luckies. Here in the 5th.
And he
Ground ball to
singles
third.
that.
Here comes Melton home. The throw is to home. And the tag, he's out at home.
2 outs. Runners on first and second. Travis Hammond isn't happy.
Now batting for your Reidsville Luckies, first baseman, number 31, Rodriguez.
Riddle on second, Highsmith on first. Ryan Rodriguez is the power hitter. Danny Rodriguez, his father, said that power hitting is the best aspect of his son's game. Rodriguez loves to swing it.
0-1. Isaac on the fastball outside, back-to-back. That one a ball, though. 1-1. Edwin Bowman, the 4th on deck.
Wonder what his dad's name is.
I've been wondering that. Ryan Rodriguez.
Y'all got me on that one once. I'm not going to fall for it again.
Ryan Rodriguez has a single in 5 at-bats in the last 2 games. 2-1 count here.
Hitters count for Rodriguez with a runner on first and second.
Malia Hatley says the other facilities look good on camera, but the Reidsville Luckies has the best
Uh-oh.
announcer and commentary.
And
Well, thank you, Melita.
center fielder easily gets to that.
That's a pop-up to center field.
That's great.
Scored a run.
We head to the 6th inning. An 8-5 lead for the Luckies on the Old North State League live stream network.
Angie Pruitt says, great job, Jay.
Thank you, Angie.
Hey, Jay's getting some fans.
I've got a fan base.
You do?
Small one. Christian Amara about to come into the press box. Do you have any fun questions for him, Joe?
I think of questions on the fly, so I don't really
That's what
know.
I do too.
I don't really know what I'm
Not
gonna
in
ask.
real interviews where I'm doing it for the Lucky's Ledger, but right
Yeah.
now I'm just, it's easy to come up with them.
Just like a pitcher sequences his pitches to set up the at-bat, interviewer sequence.
What inning are we in? What inning are we in?
The scoreboard is right there.
He doesn't know.
It's the 6.
We're in the top half of the 6th inning.
Top half of 6.
Yes.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Now it's bottom of the 6.
Well, that's okay. You can still put our scores up. And then we can still put their scores up. And then we can still put ours up. Just don't hit anything.
First pitch of the sixth is a strike. To Cordell Bowie of the Carolina Yanks, facing a 3-run deficit. An 8-5 lead for your Reidsville Luckies.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
No.
Jay bringing in a Gatorade.
I need it.
The best flavor like Gatorade you can buy as well, lemon lime. That's a good question. What's your favorite
Is it
Gatorade?
yellow or green?
It's that's yellow.
Okay.
This is green.
Yeah.
The Luckies, what they wear is green. That is lemon lime.
So that's why Jay doesn't have a favorite color.
All right.
He doesn't know the color.
Lemons are yellow, limes are green. Okay.
Line drive.
It's
Bowie
both.
takes that deep to center. Hammond is back on his horse and he makes
Hammond
the
saves
catch.
it. What a catch right there. He was off balance too.
Put the glove up in the air and grab that baseball.
Now batting for the Yanks, shortstop number 2, Jamal Simpson.
So Simpson digs in with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Luckies lead it 8-5. Looks like a defensive change. Cole McLean comes in at third base
Is
For
Christian Amaro on the way?
for Luke Roberts. We might have to go get him. I might
I'll
have to
go
send
grab
to get him.
Anyway, I forgot.
Christian Amaro, one of our catchers, will join us here in the 6th. We had Andrew Zopata in the 4th. If you weren't with us, you might want to go back and listen to that. A great conversation. Morgan from the stretch, the pitch, and it's fouled off by Bowie. One and two, one down. Morgan from the stretch. Ground ball down the third base line, stays fair. McLean scoops, throws, and in time. A backhand play from McLean, planted his feet, and a strong throw to first, 2 down.
Christian Amaro is warming up with Connor Hardigan.
Okay, we can talk to him later.
The dugout is going to inform him when he gets back.
Oh, we can bring him in the 7th.
Oh yeah.
We have to sing.
We are going to sing, yes. And Joe got a compliment on
By
our
we,
singing.
not me.
Inside fastball. Number 17, Dane Frazier.
Joe getting a big hug here in the press box. His fan.
Popped right up and that's fouled off.
Family, you know, they're forced to be fans, right? They have
You're
to
right.
be fans of you.
You see that?
8-5 ball game here in the 6th inning. Top half. 1-1 count. Morgan from the stretch, his 2nd inning of work. Nobody on for the Yanks. High fastball. Swung on and missed. 2 strikes on the man. All right, boys. The vote goes to the booth. If we get a strikeout here, is it the whistle, the Mario coin, the cash register, or the woo from Ric Flair?
I say all three.
The woo from Ric Flair.
Back to back to back.
Inside, breaking ball. Diving is McLean, and it gets in the outfield. I jinxed it. Sorry, left field.
McLean's a hustler.
He almost made it on that one.
McLean can make some insane plays.
Yes.
Allred gets it in quickly from left field.
He's the reigning moment of the game winner in the Luckies ledger.
Now batting first baseman number 17, Dane Frazier.
Well, thanks for the shout out about me being a fan of Jay Allred in the report from Wednesday night.
You're welcome. When you're commentating with Santa, you don't keep quiet.
Right.
Inside 1-0.
You're on the good list, Jay. That's for sure.
Thank you.
No, Joe, I don't know. We gotta
I
work on
want a
that.
Lucky shirt, a green or a red one, for Christmas.
Outside for Morgan. 2-0.
Well, we may do Christmas in July.
Ooh.
We should do. I'm not giving you any ideas, Eric, but there should be a Christmas in July game.
Yes, there should be.
Luckies already have the colors for it. Who would they face? Another green and red
The
team?
Clovers.
The Clovers?
yeah.
Are there any red teams? No.
Or maybe the Hush Puppies and put Rudolph on the uniform instead of
Oh.
a dog.
The dog, yeah.
That'd be an insult to Rudolph.
Outside.
Guys, I'm on color right now, okay?
I think you're colorblind, Jay.
I gotta get my.
What if they did special Santa uniforms instead of the tuxedos? It's a Santa suit on the
That
uniform.
would be.
Or they just wore your uniform, Eric.
There we go.
We got some replica jerseys.
I would not want to play baseball in that thing. That's through the hole, a base hit.
It's not
Runners
going
on
good for
first
three.
and second now for the Yankees.
Sam Mellon's had a lot of work. Jay already throwing it to him.
Now batting for the Yanks, left fielder number 99, Justin Lotempo.
Vincenzo Scanio is going to go out to the mound.
Christian
to talk to
Amaro is
Morgan.
coming out at the right time. What's up, Christian?
We welcome into the booth Christian Amaro, catcher, number 20 for your Reidsville Luckies. Christian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. So my first question, I see you're from your hometown's Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Go Bucks or no? OHIO, Ohio State?
No, don't go Bucks.
Oh, wow.
Ah, oh no, my heart hurts. What are you rooting for?
Don't really root for anybody, to be honest.
Okay. All right, that's okay then.
The Luckies this year.
Yep, you're right.
He roots for the
The
Luckies.
What's your experience been like this summer so far?
It's been really good, man. It's really good, really great atmosphere and everything. I mean, we're just over here trying to compete and, get into the playoffs.
Can we expect to see you in the lineup this weekend?
For sure. I believe so. I mean, I'm
Important
hoping I
games.
can do anything I can in my will to help the team win.
What's some of the things you're working on this summer you want to try and get better as you head into ball next year?
I just want to limit my strikeouts since I only have 2 this year and just hit the ball harder, man. Like, just go out there. I mean, honestly, to be honest, it's just have fun. I just want to go out there, have fun every day, and just keep competing, no matter the outcome.
1-1 the count, 2 outs, two runners on for the Yankees. 8-5 ball game. Luckies lead it here in the top half of the 6th inning, joined with Christian Amaro. The catching position, man, it looks natural to you. How'd you start becoming a catcher, and is that something you wanted to do or something that you learned you were good at?
It was just something I wanted to do and just something like I got influenced by my parents, my mom, or my dad especially. He just liked the catching position, so I just stick to it. I mean, play his dream.
One thing I noticed that outside of the intangibles that you bring to the game is leadership on the field. How important is that from the catcher position to be vocal for your team as well?
No, yeah, that's key, man. Everybody bounces off your energy. So you back there, you have great energy. Everybody's gonna feed off of it, especially the pitcher. I mean, the pitcher always wants you to have good energy back there, no matter like what his results are.
Well, thanks to Jay's interview, we know you love Yadi Molina.
Yep.
So who are some of the other guys that you look up to catcher-wise?
Catcher-wise, I'm a big fan of Contreras, to be honest. Like,
I knew it.
Yes.
I knew it.
There we go.
You play a lot like him.
yeah, I like how he catches and like he throws, receives, and throws. It's just my favorite.
The good part about being a catcher, you're involved in every single play.
Yeah, correct.
You're not sitting in the outfield for hours.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. My arm gets cold.
How much coming up as a catcher has framing been worked into what you guys work on?
I mean, it's been worked on a lot. Like over the years, you know how like the new
Bases
style of
loaded, mouth
catching,
adapt.
you have to like adapt. You have to be able to adapt, and so that's what I've been learning and being able to do is just adapt to the new style of catching, which is like having a little movement behind the glove to like not like instead of sticking it.
How'd you like what you saw from Azael tonight? I know he's the one who brought you to the Luckies. We owe him a lot. He had a great showing, had a bunch of strikeouts. Didn't allow a hit through the first 3 innings, I believe.
Yeah, correct. I mean, he's been working, man. He's been working hard. I know his velo's probably not there right now, but he's working his way up, and he's just trying to dominate in the strike zone. I mean, that's key. I mean, anywhere you go, you're trying to hit the strike zone as much as possible, get the strikeouts, and do everything you can to help the team out.
Now, you haven't had a chance yet in the summer to catch him, have you?
No, I have not.
I'd like to see that. Have you been able to catch for him before?
I have been able to. He was a teammate of mine at Guilford Tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do you see from behind the plate when he's on the mound?
I mean, I just bounce off it. Like, my energy bounces off to him because just, we both speak Spanish, so, like, it just, like, bounces off. It has more chemistry behind the dish, so.
What's next for you? What are you looking for college-wise? What are you hoping to accomplish this summer, and where are you looking to go? Any idea yet?
I'm not sure. I have no idea, man. It's been clouded right now. I mean, like I have offers. It's just I don't know where the right spot is yet. That's kind of my thing.
You have a couple years left of eligibility, so.
Yeah, I do have 2 more years, but I don't have any more in JUCO, so I have to like find a new school.
What are your plans for after college? Do you have
After
any?
college,
If you don't get drafted.
if I don't get drafted, I mean, just go into the like engineering field. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like either a mechanical engineer or like a hardware or software engineer. So yeah.
Are you being housed by anyone?
What's that?
Are you being housed by anyone?
Oh no, I'm not.
So, if you are a scout in the area, if you're a scout in the region, if you're a scout in the state, if you're the scout in the southeast, come see number 20, because defensively you're going to be impressed. At the plate you're going to be impressed, and how he leads this team. Christian, you deserve to play at a high level, and we thank you for taking time here.
Thank you very much, and you guys have a great rest of your days.
Alrighty, Christian Amaro joining us here in the booth.
Christian is a ridiculous player. I mean, he saved so many runs tonight. I mean, not tonight, but in the past. He's probably saved a bunch of games for us. He's the former Lucky of the game, one of the first ever.
8-5 ball game with new pitcher on the mound is Hardigan. Connor Hardigan on the mound.
Christian Amaro warmed up. Connor Hardigan.
Yeah, how about that? Goes and warms up the pitcher. He goes in the game, and his first move over here is to talk to us.
Another ball. 2-0. 2 outs. Bases loaded. A lot of the times this season when the bases have been loaded and a new pitcher has been subbed in, at least 2 runs have been driven in.
Well, we're not talking about that tonight, Jay.
And it's not going to happen this time, likely. Oh.
Fryer
And the
watches
foul
it
is
go
too far
foul. Connor Hardigan out of High Point, North Carolina, the freshman from Guilford College. So we got to ask Connor if he's a fan of the Hush Puppies. So Hardigan works from the stretch. 8-5 ball game. The Luckies lead it, but bases loaded for the Yankees. Swung on and missed. And a strike.
2-2. One strike away from saving the Luckies from a potential grand slam.
All right, this time
keeping the inning at 0.
We're going double woo if he gets the strikeout. No doubt about it.
Well, Danny,
come on, Rick.
Watching,
we need Rick player.
Danny, we wish you were here too. So we're glad you're watching.
We miss Gavin.
If this man gets the ball, it's over.
Even count, 2-2.
Chance for the lead right here by Anthony.
To the catcher, Paul Anthony.
He's a
bases full of Yanks. Hardigan looking to get out of the jam.
And a
strikeout. And he gets the
Got him
strikeout.
swinging. I mean, what
Hardigan gets out of the jam. 8-5 ball game as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning on the Old North State League live stream network.
I mean, 2-0, you come in, bases loaded, give up 2 balls. Saves it with a strikeout. Ends the inning. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, they just got out of a jam. Up against the Carolina Yankees. It is a non-league game, so shouldn't be too worried about it. It's a win's a win, though. Still feels good to get a victory. This game was created on the fly because the Native American national team was no longer able to field a team. And do we have a new pitcher?
Currently, I see nobody on the mound. I see Isaac warming up here, so I think he's going to return.
Bradley Isaac coming back. Tonight, the Luckies have had Isaiah Oquios Castellano on the mound. He started the game, did very well. Gave up 3 runs, though. Nicholas Morgan gave up 2 runs, allowed the bases to get loaded, and I mean, what a job by Connor Hardigan. Came in and saved the Luckies from a potential game changer. If they would have hit a grand slam, Luckies go down by 1.
Here comes Big Bat Bowman, who hit a solo shot.
Bow and arrow, as his teammates call him.
Well, with a 318 batting average, we can understand why.
Oh yeah. How many home runs does he have? I don't know.
I believe that was his first one.
I don't know if he has any aside from that one.
Yeah, that was his first one.
I mean,
He's got 5
I've said it
RBIs.
before and I'll say it again. He started off the season as nobody. We didn't see him for the first 2 weeks, it felt like.
You know,
And then in an away game, he kind of popped out. And
when we talked to Andrew Zapata, he said, yes, it happened a couple of times that me and Bowman batted back to back. As they mature as players, that's going to happen a little bit more often, I feel like.
Right.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, right fielder, number 37, Edwin Bowman.
2 for 3, a double, solo home run, strikeout.
How tall is Bowman? He just looks like a giant out there.
Oh,
Probably 2 Joe Dexters. So
I believe he's 6'4", so that's actually 3 Joe Dexters. He's out of Sewanee, Georgia.
His dad in attendance here today saw that home run. Inside fastball swung on and missed for a strike as Bowman wipes the dirt, settles back in the batter's box.
It's possible that he leads off the inning with another solo shot.
Isaac
And
offers down the
gets
plate.
it out there.
Line drive to left field and an out.
I mean, once again, Justin Low Temple
You just knew where to be.
does it.
Now batting for your Reidsville Luckies, catcher, number 32, Dalton Fryer.
Yeah, we've talked about the depth of this catching that we have here. It's amazing. Their batting's good, their catching's good.
Justin Low Temple is one guy that I wouldn't mind having on the team. I mean, he's 1 for 2, been walked twice, so he's patient. He's gotten home twice. He knows how to run the bases, doesn't make poor decisions, and he saved a ton of runs from coming in. A myriad, as Eric would say.
Or a plethora.
Plethora, as Jay would say.
And what would Joe say?
I would technically say myriad because a myriad is grammatically incorrect.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm
he
sorry.
corrected me.
I'm just saying.
So Joe's the grammar Nazi.
This hurts.
Oh. Cluster's a good one.
Cluster.
A boatload.
A boatload might be the
Boatload.
best one. Listen, we don't need big words. We need things
Murdered.
What?
A murder.
that would work.
Pride.
Dawson Fryer comes from Pleasant Garden, North Carolina. 6 feet tall, 220.
So can we technically count him as one of our Greensboro kids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
With a 333 batting average.
He goes to Greensboro College. Strikes out then. We've got 2 outs quickly.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, third baseman, number 17, Cole McLean.
Cole McLean subbing in for Luke Roberts.
Cole came in last half inning, played defense at third, made a couple good plays.
McLean is 1 for 8 in the past 2 games.
Oh, what a play at third base.
What a catch. Cordell Bowie just dove in there. Ends the inning. Not many pitches. 3 up, 3 down. I mean, easy work for Bradley Isaac.
We head to the top half of the 7th inning. 8-5.
You know, Cole just, I mean, that was an out, but Cole's batting has gotten phenomenally better.
Yes.
But his fielding, I mean,
It's on another
has
level.
been amazing.
And his batting, the numbers don't tell it all. He sacrifices a lot. He gets more RBIs than hits most of the time.
He does.
I mean, you have the stats. You could probably check it out. What's his batting average?
It's a 087.
How many RBIs does he have?
He's got 5 RBIs.
5 RBIs with an 087. And we're not that far into the season. About 11 games have been played. He's absolutely ridiculous. And that should have been a base hit on most players, but that third baseman, Cordell Bowie, just was not having it.
All right, so Travis Hammond's working his way out to center field here as we start the 7th inning. He does behind the back with the baseball, grabs it himself, then takes it from left field and whips it to right field to Bowman. These are things I dreamed of doing as a kid.
Poor Joe.
Hardigan's going to return to the mound for the Reidsville Luckies in a 3-run lead, 8-5.
Well, Joe, as you said, when you can't do something, you broadcast about it.
That's right.
I wanted to play in the NBA, but now I'm going to be Mike Breen.
Some of us knew that we wouldn't be more than 5'6" and a half.
And a half. Don't forget the half.
And a half. Oh, it looks like Christian's going to check into the game at catcher.
Wasn't even supposed to play tonight.
Nope, he was not.
Well, he's been warming up a lot of the pitchers.
But he showed up. I think they told him he didn't have to show up.
And he showed up.
And
And
here
now
he
he's
is
going to
and
get
he's
some time.
Christian Amara is one of those team players, one of those veteran guys you want in the locker room.
But that's dedication. I mean, that just the morale of this team.
You're exactly right. And they love each other. That's what Christian said was one of his favorite parts about the team when I interviewed him at the beginning of the year. He said they've developed some team chemistry, and when only one player's come back, it's hard to get that chemistry rolling.
Now batting for the Yanks, number 25, right fielder Kunaki Mayami.
He's been walked twice.
All right, boys. We've got a new pitcher, actually.
Popped up foul. 1-1. Top of the seventh. 5-8 ball game. 3 runs that the Yankees are trying to make up here. It's not going to be easy. And a strike. 2-2.
Melita Hatley says you're the grammar police as well.
And he pops that one up. Blake Freeman. Ron Rodriguez got him. The ump calls him out. No members of the dugout are happy.
The Yankees are not happy about that call.
What a great defensive
That was a
game for Freeman today.
very close one. We've got 1 out, 5-8 ball game, nobody on base.
Let me tell you my grammar police story. You want to know how I know that? Because an editor once looked at me and said, "How have you not learned that?" When I was a newspaper reporter. I
Well, I'm
never
glad
knew
I'm
that. I
learning
put
now.
a myriad several hundred times. So now I gotta pass that policing on, you know.
Popped up, and Cole McClain tried to get to it, but it's way too far outside. 1-1.
Made noise on the dugout.
Frank is up to bat.
Hardigan comes in at 6'2", 180, the right-hander.
Frank's 1 for 3 with a single. He did get around the bases in the 4th inning, thanks to Stephen and Jamal Simpson.
That was a breaking ball that didn't break.
Stephen Wessler. And way out there. They keep a run from coming in.
It didn't break quite as much as he wanted. It braked late, and that's why it's a pop-up to Allred in left field.
They got an out from
Ends up being a nice pitch, working out.
Jay Allred's had a lot of action back there in left field. A lot of left field shots have happened. Opposite field hits. And that's it. Inside. They call it a strike.
Well, I know we saw Jay's home run go right, but looking at his spray chart, he typically hits to left.
2 outs, 2 strikes, nobody on base.
Good work of the outside. part of the
Wessler's
plate.
not happy. Stephen Wessler. Stephen Wessler. We don't know.
Oppo.
And right field, it's ended. Edwin Bowman, the 4th, I believe, got under that. Ends off the top of the 7th.
We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. 8-5 Luckies.
Who's the pitcher, Joe? You said there was a new pitcher?
You ready to sing, Jay?
Nope.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I ever get back, so it's root
for the Luckies.
If they don't win, it's a shame.
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
We were so offbeat.
Fabulous job, guys.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
We'll be signing a record deal next week.
I'll be here Wednesday. I don't
So
know.
Melita likes Joe and Jay's commentary. I don't think she likes mine.
She likes your singing, though.
She likes my singing.
Doesn't everyone, Dad?
Isaac returns to the mound for the
Malia,
Carolina
how do you
Yankees
feel
and
about
Blake Freeman at the
Eric's
dish.
singing?
Sure, she'll call me and sing.
Come on, let's see it. We're waiting.
How many viewers do we have?
12.
A lot of people watch on the old North State League.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 1, Blake Freeman.
So
A lot of other teams, fans will look at the Old North State League website. I know I do.
Yeah, me too.
It's just higher quality than the Facebook.
It doesn't die out.
You can't comment on it, but
Here comes Isaac's offering down the plate, just low to Blake Freeman.
they'll
1-0.
call it a ball. A great eye there by Blake Freeman, who's had a lot of glove work. He had the first 3 outs of the game. Been responsible for many of the outs, and he fouls that one off here. 1-1, 5-8 ball game, bottom of the 7th. Lucky's trying to hold on to the lead.
Forgive me, Jay. I forgot that you're doing play-by-play there for a second.
It's okay, Joe.
You just take care of the grammar, Joe.
I and the viewing audience forgive you. Freeman takes that high. Hitters count here.
What exactly is
Seeming antsy. And he fouls it off way back, 2-2. In danger of being struck out here.
You love how Freeman attacks the dish. He's never afraid of any pitch. He can take it both ways.
You're right. Bradley Isaac.
Right
and
down the plate.
He drops it to the shortstop and darts it across. And he's called out. First base umpire has called those out.
Now batting for the Luckies, shortstop, number 14, Sam Melton.
Jamal Simpson threw it in the dirt a little bit to Dane Frazier.
number one's not happy?
It bounced a little bit, but Frazier got on top of it. Got the out. Sam Melton up to bat. We've got 1 out, 8-5 ball game. And he almost got hit on that. Didn't want to take it.
Let's get a little magic here from Sam.
And almost stayed fair.
Get some magic from Sam for Travis at the top of the order. Work it back up.
Sam Melton was a pitcher at the beginning of the year. He's an all-around type of guy. And what's his batting average, Eric?
125.
125, but that's okay, especially if you're a pitcher. He's from Clarksville, Georgia, one of 6 players from Georgia. And swings at that one and a miss. 1-2.
You shared time with Grapuso at shortstop and Roberts and Fleming.
Grapuso is probably the best shortstop there is on the Luckies. And he strikes out there swinging. Bradley Isaac's been vicious as the top of the lineup comes up.
Now batting for your Reidsville Luckies, leadoff hitter, number 3, center fielder, Travis Hammond.
Travie Patty.
Travie Patty.
You're not funny.
Yeah, we got to get down to why the dugout calls him Travis Patty.
Yeah, I do want to know that story.
Travis Hammond's a junior at Southern Wesleyan. Loves to take a walk. Been walked 3 times tonight. Had an RBI double in the 3rd. Gotten home in the 1st inning as he takes that inside. 2-0, 2 outs, 8-5.
For a long time in baseball across the spectrum, you didn't see guys leading off like Hammond. We lost that from the good era of baseball, the Ricky Hendersons of the world. But it's coming back in baseball now with the pitch clock helping a little bit.
And he darts that one out, left field line, and it drops. He's going for two. Justin Low Temple throws it way in.
And he jogs right in.
What a throw by Justin Low Temple. I can't heap enough praise on him. Gets it to Stephen Wessler.
Travis isn't scared to steal. I mean, he's got 9 stolen bases.
Oh, no.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 19, Jay Allred.
2 doubles, 3 walks tonight for Hammond.
That's what being selective provides you, as an opportunity to get a pitch you like to hit in your zone.
And the good thing about Hammond is him leading off, you know, he gets in a position every single time for Jay Allred or a player like him or TJ Highsmith to knock him home. And he did that in the first and second inning as Allred pops it up.
Oh, my gosh,
Is
my
it
golly.
gone? Wow. Not even close. What a home run by Jay Allred. As Travis Hammond jogs home, Allred is on a tear. You can see why he's a D1 player. Again with an RBI. He's got 4 on the night. Brings it up to a 10-5 ball game with 2 outs. And that's why it's important to have a guy like Hammond leading it off. Excuse me, that's his 5th RBI. Had one in the first inning, 2 in the second inning, 1 in the 5th inning, 1 in the 7th inning. TJ Highsmith coming up to the plate, part of that amazing catching trio.
So Miranda Ramey says we may have a record deal, Joe.
Ooh.
Oh, really? No.
Uh-oh.
But that is mother.
Highsmith's the former Lucky of the Game and Moment of the Game winner. 3 home runs. Single-handedly devoured the Oak City Gliders.
Now batting for the Luckies, number 25, T.J. Highsmith.
1 ball. And that one's low. Called a ball.
So 2-run home run, a 3-run home run, a triple. It just proves the point that lefties have the best stroke.
And slider way outside. 3-0. Highsmith the designated hitter tonight. And he doesn't even have to take a swing. 4 balls in a row. Heads to first base.
'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 31, Ryan Rodriguez.
Rodriguez is 0 for 4 tonight. Trying to get back on track. As Bradley Isaac, he started off very well, but with 2 outs, hasn't been able to do it. As Rodriguez pops it off, what a play. And that'll end the inning.
Luckies add 2 in the bottom half of the 7th inning, a 10-5 lead as we head to the 8th.
Jamal Simpson darted it to Frazier. Instincts keeps it from becoming bad. It's a 5-run ball game, 10-5. After 7 innings, we've got 2 to go. Yankees still have a chance. I mean, they tacked on 5 runs in the 4th and the 5th inning. They just have to keep the Luckies off the board. That's the main thing.
Put your hands together for Jay Ramey yet again in the 7th inning.
Thank
Nice
you, Joe.
job, buddy.
Thank you.
So we have a record deal according to the comments. Breaking news. This just in.
There was a laughing emoji after that.
Breaking news. This just in. We have signed a record deal with Dud Records.
Right.
Uh-oh.
It'll be our first album, man.
We also had Jared Smith helping us out, our scoreboard operator for tonight.
Thank you for your help.
For those who can't see the score in the Facebook, it is 10-5. Lucky's winning.
I guess our new band name, they're going to, instead of the Stooges, will be the Three Stooges.
There you go.
We've had a lot of good games by players.
Or how about, I like this better, Jay and the Two Stooges.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't be a Three Stooges.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but your name's in it.
Oh, am I just gonna be the featured artist?
The drummer.
Jay Allred has taken home the lucky of the game tonight. It'd be hard for him not to, even though a lot of other players have had some fantastic games. You'd have to hit the Bojangles sign right now to get the lucky of the game.
That one drops in the left field.
Oh,
Allred
man.
grabs it,
Foul.
and it's
Wow.
foul. Thank goodness.
That was very close. Nearly an opposite field home run.
Someone gotta hit the Bojangles sign.
Hit the Bojangles sign and you are the lucky of the game, no matter if Jay Allred hits
Hit the
2 more home runs and gets 5 more RBIs.
hit the
Hit
Bojangles sign.
sign and get a grand slam. Lucky of the year.
If you hit it right over the Bojangles sign or it drops right below the Bojangles sign, you get the unlucky of the game award.
Jay will buy you a free Cajun filet.
Absolutely not. Only
Well,
free
I'll have
biscuits
to
if it
do-
hits the sign.
I'll have to do pimento cheese. I'm a vegetarian, so
So how is their pimento cheese biscuit?
it's excellent.
Okay.
I
All
love
right.
pepperoni cheese biscuits. Pretty good.
All right.
Put chicken on it, it's even better.
Breaking ball for a strike. Hardigan back to work here in the 8th.
Joe, how do you feel about pimento cheese?
Boys,
That is a southern delicacy.
you know your favorite color is white?
Yeah.
I hate all things that are white. Sour cream,
Pimento
mayonnaise,
cheese makes me a little bit nauseous.
mayonnaise, blue cheese, ranch.
Oh my!
Ranch?
You're gonna lose your southern.
Hold
pride.
up. Hold up.
You don't like ranch.
Michigan boy.
Hardigan works with 1 out, and it's low and outside.
Hardigan hasn't allowed a hit in the short time he's been on the mound.
Mike Gutierrez at the plate
Came
for the
in-
Yanks and a
came in
strike.
nice.
Boy, that breezed back here.
Oh, it helps nicely. Oh. Like what Hardigan has done here so far in this half frame. Working aggressively in the strike zone. Swung on and missed from Gutierrez. 1-2. 1 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. Luckies lead it 10-5.
He's swinging hard, but he's missing.
Defense straight away. Freeman playing pretty deep though at second base. Inside, even it up 2-2.
Where's all the birds that need to get hit?
Hardigan's not going to take a lot of time. The High Point native works right down the strike zone. Ground ball to third. McLean gets it. The throw is in time.
It's so beautiful
2
when
away.
McLean throws it.
And that's what makes McLean
It's
a,
so
a
smooth.
great player for this team.
Right, he's a smooth, natural third baseman
He
for
is.
sure.
Would you rather have him at pitcher or third base? I mean,
Third
he's
base.
he's a good closer, but third base is a lot of balls come here in the Old North State League.
He's no Mark McGuire on the batting, but he can certainly field the.
It's worth it though. I mean,
Yeah.
you save runs from coming in. It's okay if you don't get many runs.
Outside on the first pitch, 1-0. To the leadoff man, Sam Dickerson, the DH today. Inside fastball, taking all the way, 2-0.
2-0, 2 outs. Popped way up and it goes back there.
On the play.
Free gum opportunity. Don't take off running, Eric.
You didn't get any popcorn tonight, Jay.
2-1
I did
offering.
not. I ate before
Inside.
I came.
And fouled on the first base line. Rodriguez can't get to it. 2-2. He did get a lemon lime Gatorade though,
He
so
did.
I
he's
needed
evening
that.
things out.
You didn't know what color it was, but
I'm just saying, it looks a little bit green.
We've got the Boardwalk Baker here, so we are
Highlighter juice.
blessed with the best cream cheese and
Cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Cream cheese.
She might have a block of cream cheese.
Hold
I don't
up.
know.
I think you make.
What a strikeout there.
I think
What
you
a
make it
great
with
half
cream
inning
cheese.
from Hardigan. You do. A great half inning from Hardigan. He heads to the dugout. Bottom half of the 8th, 10-5 lead for the Luckies.
We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning, 10-5 Luckies.
I don't want to jinx the game now. Pretty good.
If you look at the Central Division, the Gliders, who are last place in the division, are facing the Spinners, but they're only 2.5 games out of first place. That game might be going on right now if Eric would check the score.
That's what I'm looking
I mean, the Gliders win this, and they're only a game and a half out of first place. That's how much parity there is in the Central Division.
The Sherman Terps are tied with the Clovers now, 5-5. The Wingmen and the Skippers still 0-0.
Uh-oh, Gliders are up 3-0 on the Spinners. I wonder how much time is left.
The Hush Puppies are tied with the Honeycrisp.
All right, check how much time is left in the Honeycrisp game.
It just started. The game started at 7.
Bottom of the second, Hush Puppies and Honeycrisp have already put runs on the board. And we're checking out the Gliders and Spinners game. The later the better. End of the first, that's it. Gliders are on pace for 27 runs. Will they get there, Joe?
No.
Will they get there?
You ready for the dad joke of
Sherman
the?
Terps and Clovers are in the top of the 5th.
They'll glide to 24 runs.
That's not good.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 37, Edwin Bowman.
The fourth. You gotta announce that. Come on. If you've got the fourth in your name,
All right,
you
I'll
don't
do it
hear that
next-
much.
I'll do it next time. Edwin Bowman takes in new pitcher for the Carolina Yankees is number 20, Austin Eismenger.
How do you spell that?
I am not going to spell that on air. I will hand you the paper, though.
Thank you.
Bowman with a solo shot in this one. 10-5 lead
Whoa.
for the Luckies
That
in
is
the
a
bottom
long
half of the 8th inning. It is long, isn't it? Long last name for Eismenger.
Oh, you
He
got a
definitely-
piece of that one.
Throws a bit harder than Isaac does, the righty. Bowman in an 0-2 hole here as we start the bottom half of the 8th inning.
But that's never been a problem for him.
Amaro on deck for his first at-bat of the game.
Uh-oh.
Ground ball, shortstop.
And it doesn't get through.
Gets to the glove, throw to first is in time.
6-3 combination right there.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, catcher number 20, Christian Amaro.
Puerto Rican comes up to plate for the first time in a few games. I'd like to see what he can do here.
He spent some time in the booth here with us.
Yeah, it was great
Sure
to
he
talk
did.
to him in the 7th inning or 6th inning.
Edwin Bowman's 2 for 3 tonight, but he's made it count with a double and a home run. Christian Amaro hasn't played much in the past few games. Good to see him back in the lineup as he fouls that one off way high up. Third baseman chasing it. Tried to go over the fence, but Cordell Belly couldn't get to it.
Even count, 1-1, 1 out. Amaro's first bat at home for quite some time. He's been out of the last few games.
We've really missed him. He said he's only had 2 strikeouts this season, which is phenomenal.
What's that?
Hitters count,
2-1.
2-1.
And he fouls that one off, 2-2.
Tough pitch to grab a hold of inside, protecting the plate there. 2-1 is the count.
Cole McLean coming up after this.
Make it. It would be 1-2. I think.
And he fouled that into the glove, but it dropped.
It's a foul tip.
Paul Anthony could have gotten to that. Just wasn't able to make the play. And to look ahead to tomorrow's game, Carolina Ducks. It was a big win for the Luckies last time, and they weren't even playing their starters. So we might see some guys in the lineup that we haven't seen often, which is very entertaining. As Amaro pops that one up, it'll go to center field. Frank makes the play.
Mariana TV.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, third baseman number 17, Cole McClain.
Danny Fleming says you got to put the pimento cheese on the Cajun filet.
Ooh, now that might be the call. Pimento cheese, Cajun filet. You get the balance. I see what she's
I
doing.
can't handle too many condiments.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. The guy that says he doesn't like 14 different condiments just a couple minutes ago.
And
Got
it gets
'em all.
through. Cole McClain's going to get on base for the
Nice
second
rip.
time in 3 games. That's got to feel good for him.
Oh,
Nobody was on base, so he didn't have to sacrifice, which is what he usually does. Blake Freeman coming up to bat.
Now batting for the Reidsville Luckies, number 1, Blake Freeman.
Freeman's been walked, 1 for 3. Almost got to first base, but a very nice play by the shortstop, Jamal Simpson, kept him from doing so.
10-5 ball game. McClain is at first base. Freeman digs in on the right side and takes the ball 1-0.
That was low in the left batter's box.
Elton on deck for the Luckies. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a 5-run lead. Decent lead for McClain at first. Long look, now the offering home. Inside fastball is low and just a bit inside. 2-0. Jay mentioned it. We're going to be busy this weekend on Friday, non-league action. 150 night as Reidsville celebrates 150 years against the Carolina Ducks.
Are they bringing Kona Ice?
Kona Ice will be here.
So what is the 150th?
I'm not. I knew you were going to do that to me, Eric. I knew you were going to do that to me. Sesquicentennial, maybe. I'm not sure.
Sounds right to me. Standing ovation, mostly because I don't have a chair.
I offered to bring you one, Jay.
I can't sit down while I do this. I cannot.
Well, you
So
said you didn't.
we'll celebrate 150 years of the city of Reidsville with
Now
some.
what? The what's it
If I got that right. Comments.
I would imagine it's a quince.
called?
Maybe it's quincentennial.
Sesquicentennial.
Sesqua.
Blake Freeman, I believe, is the shortest player on